Yes.
Okay. We all have past life mellow. We all made choices that maybe weren't the best ones. None of us are completely innocent, but we all get start every fresh day to be a better person than we were yesterday. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Rockers of the Year project presentation program. आज मिति 2080 साल 1 महिना 18 गते ब्लाइन्ड रक्सद्वारा आयोजित मिस्टर एन्ड मिस ब्लाइन्ड रकर्स इन्टरनेसनल सिजन 4 को एउटा महत्त्वपूर्ण इभेन्ट रकर्स अफ द इयर प्रोजेक्ट प्रेजेन्टेसन प्रोग्राममा यहाँहरू सम्पूर्णलाई हार्दिक स्वागत छ। रकर्स अफ द इयर प्रोजेक्ट इज एन इम्पोर्टेन्ट पार्ट अफ द मिस्टर एन्ड मिस ब्लाइन्ड रकर्स इभेन्ट कन्डक्टेड बाई ब्लाइन्ड रक्स, जहाँ हामीले सामूहिक कार्यहरू समूहमा विभाजन गरेर सम्पूर्ण व्यक्तिहरूलाई दिएका हुन्छौँ। उहाँहरूले आफ्नो आइडिया अनुसार प्रोजेक्ट प्रेजेन्ट गर्नुहुनेछ। We have already divided five contestants into 4 groups of 20 people. Each group has 15 minutes to present and 15 minutes to answer questions from the judges. सम्पूर्ण ग्रुपलाई 15 मिनेटको प्रस्तुतिको लागि समय र 15 मिनेट जजहरूले गर्नुभएको क्वेशनको आन्सर दिने समय रहनेछ। And to evaluate today's presentation, on judging panel, we have founder of College Leadership and Entrepreneurship, and also one of the biggest sponsor and supporter of Mr. and Miss Blind Rockers International Season 4. We have Mr. Ashesh Maharjan. So सरलाई म यो कार्यक्रममा हार्दिक स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। We are very lucky to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so another judge, we have founder of Higherground Nepal and social entrepreneur, one of the biggest sponsor and supporter of Mr. and Miss Blind Rockers event. We have Bimala Shrestha Pokharel ma'am. So ma'am, लाई पनि यो प्रोग्राममा हार्दिक स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। And another final judge, we have the founder of Whitekin Social Movement, Sales of the Spirit, and also partner organization of Blind Rocks from Russia. We have Olej Kolpaschikov. So I would also like to extend a warm welcome to you, sir.
Hello, everybody.
Okay. धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद सबैजनालाई र म अब कार्यक्रमलाई अझै अगाडि बढाउनका लागि यो मिस्टर एन्ड मिस ब्लाइन्ड रकर्स इन्टरनेसनल सिजन 4 को रकर्स अफ द इयर प्रोजेक्ट को बारेमा आफ्नो केही डिटेलमा इन्फर्मेसनहरू भनिदिनु हुनका लागि I would now like to hand over this floor to Miss Shrestha, founder president of Blind Rocks, to elaborate Rockers of the Year project.
Thank you very much, Sami. I think you have said it all, but welcome to everybody. First of all, I'd like to express my heartily thanks to the honorable jury panel present here. Ashesh Maharjan Dai, the founder of Center of Leadership and Entrepreneurship and Culinary Art. Thank you so much for being there and supporting us throughout this journey. And also, I'd like to thank you very much, Bimala Shrestha Pokharel, for your valuable time, the founder of Higherground Nepal, and a social entrepreneur and someone who is always being supportive for Blind Rocks. Thank you, Bimala Di, for your time. And then I can't thank enough for Olej Kolpaschikov, the founder of Whitekin Social Movement and Cells of the Spirit, for your valuable time and also supporting and being part and giving this opportunity to collaborate together with Blind Rocks throughout many years. So thank you so much, everyone, and also all the best for all our contestants today. So as Sami mentioned, so it's a group project, so the team are divided into different groups and they will come up with their own idea to create a social impact in their own community. Why we do so is to help them to build up with leadership skills, with the confidence skills, and every skills that they would require so that they will learn during implementing this project. One of the team will be awarded as the Rockers of the Year. So one of the team who will win this award will be mentored throughout the year, mentored and guided throughout the year so that they will be able to implement this project in the community level. So this is not just gonna be an idea pitch, but actually the idea that will be implemented in very near future by the participants themselves. In this way, we want to enhance mainly the leadership and the entrepreneurship skills of our contestants. So यहाँ उपस्थित सम्पूर्ण जजेसहरूलाई मैले स्वागत गरेँ। हाम्रो अशेष महर्जन दाई जो सेन्टर अफ लिडरसिप एन्ड एन्टरप्रिन्योरसिपका अनर हुनुहुन्छ र यो हाम्रो इभेन्टको वान अफ द बिग सपोर्टर पनि हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँको अमूल्य समयको लागि धेरै कृतज्ञ ज्ञापन गर्न चाहन्छु। त्यसै गरी बिमला श्रेष्ठ पोखरेल दी जो हायरग्राउन्ड नेपालका अध्यक्ष एवं सोशल एन्टरप्रेन्योर पनि हुनुहुन्छ र ब्लाइन्ड रक्षा विगत धेरै वर्षदेखि हाम्रा हरेक कार्यहरूमा उहाँले साथ समर्थन गर्दै आउनु भएको छ। उहाँको अमूल्य समयको लागि धन्यवाद। र त्यसै गरी ओलेज पास्ट्रिकभ जो रसिया देशबाट हुनुहुन्छ, व्हाइट किल्स सोशल मुभमेन्ट र सेल्स अफ द स्पिरिटका फाउन्डर हुनुहुन्छ, जसले ब्लाइन्ड रक्सलाई विगत धेरै वर्षदेखि सहकार्य गर्दै आइरहनु भएको छ, साथ दिँदै आइरहनु भएको छ। उहाँहरूको अमूल्य समयको लागि धन्यवाद। र तपाईँहरूलाई सबैलाई अवगतै छ यो रकर्स अफ द इयर हाम्रो डिफ्रेन्ट टिमको चाहिँ ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट रहेको छ, जहाँ चाहिँ तपाईँहरूले समाजमा सकारात्मक प्रभाव पार्ने किसिमको कुनै पनि एउटा आइडिया पिच गर्नुपर्ने छ र जुन आइडियाले जित्ने छ तपाईँहरूलाई चाहिँ थ्रु आउट इयरमा मेन्टर कोचिङ गरेर गाइड गर्दै त्यो प्रोजेक्ट चाहिँ लाई चाहिँ अवलम्बन गर्नको लागि चाहिँ हामीले तपाईँहरूलाई सहयोग गर्नेछौँ। र यो आज तपाईँहरूले दिनुभएको मात्र एउटा प्रोजेक्टको आइडिया हुने छैन, भोलिको दिनमा यो समाजको उन्नतको लागि, समाजको सकारात्मक पक्षको उत्थानको लागि तपाईँहरूले गरिने एउटा प्रयास हैन, एउटा कार्य हुनेछ। र सबैलाई अल द बेस्ट भन्दै यो फ्लोरमा फेरि समीलाई हस्तान्तरण गर्न चाहन्छु। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, Shrestha Di, for your kind information with powerful speech. Now, without any delay, अब हामी presentation तर्फ नै अगाडि बढौँ। Judges is here, participate are here. So किन ढिलो गर्ने? So for the first presentation, म यहाँ बोलाउन चाहन्छु Group C लाई. Please, Group C, the floor is yours.
मेरो आवाज सुनिँदैछ?
Yes.
Yes, just sorry for the interruption. Amita will give you like a notice at 13th minute, and so that you have 2 minutes to wrap up your presentations. है 13 मिनेटमा चाहिँ अमिताले अब 2 मिनेट मात्र बाँकी छ है भनेर जानकारी दिनुहुन्छ, ताकि तपाईहरुले बाँकी 2 मिनेटमा आफ्नो र्याप अप गर्नुहुनेछ। सो हामी टाइमलाई चाहिँ त्यसरी म्यानेज गर्नेछौँ है त।
भिडियो देखिरहेछ?
हजुर देखिएको छ।
उपस्थित समादरणीय महानुभावहरुमा हामी परिवर्तनका संवाहक समूहका सम्पूर्ण सदस्यहरूको तर्फबाट हाम्रो न्यानो अभिवादन प्रस्तुत गर्न चाहन्छौं। म परिवर्तनका संवाहक समूहको एक सदस्य सागर नेपाल, र हामीले हेर्दाखेरि जब पनि पृथ्वीमा जीवनको सुरुवात भयो, जीवनको सुरुवातदेखि नै विभिन्न प्राणीहरूमा पनि एउटा प्राणीले अर्को प्राणीलाई दमन गर्ने प्रवृत्ति रहिआएकै थियो, र त्यो प्रवृत्ति मानव सभ्यताको सुरु भएदेखि त्यहाँ पनि रह्यो। र यो दमन गर्ने क्रममा देखिएको एउटा ट्रेन्ड भनेको महिलाहरूमाथि हामीले दुःखको साथ भन्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। आजको लगभग 100 वर्ष अगाडिसम्म मात्रै पनि यो नेपाल लगायत नेपालको आसपासको क्षेत्रमा सती प्रथाको नाममा महिलालाई चितामा जीवित जलाउने प्रचलन थियो, र हाल पनि नेपालको तराई भेगमा दाइजो प्रथा कायम नै छ, जसमा विवाहको बहानामा महिलालाई सम्पत्तिसँग बेचिन्छ। र आज हामीले उत्थान गर्न खोजेको विषय भनेको नेपालको सुदूरपश्चिम भेगमा रहेको छाउपडी प्रथा, जसमा महिलालाई पशुवत रूपमा गोठमा राखिन्छ, परालमा सुताइन्छ, हावा छिर्ने कुनै पनि द्वार हुँदैन। र कल्पना गर्नुहोस्, अब यस्तो अवस्थामा जाडो महिनामा त्यस्तो चिसो ठाउँमा उहाँहरू कसरी बस्नुहुन्छ? आगो बाल्नुहुन्छ अरे उहाँहरूले, अब त्यो हावा छिर्ने द्वार हुँदैन, उहाँहरू आगो बालेर बस्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। यस्तो अवस्था, यस्तो प्रथा चाहिँ छाउपडी प्रथा छ। र हामीले छाउपडी प्रथाको एउटा चाहिँ आज हामी नाटक प्रस्तुत गर्न गइरहेका छौँ, जसबाट चाहिँ यदि यो प्रथालाई अन्त नगर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब हेर्दाखेरि जसले प्रथाको समर्थन गरिरहेको छ उनीहरूलाई सामान्य लाग्छ, तर कस्तोसम्म अवस्था पनि पुग्न सक्छ भन्ने बारेमा हाम्रो यो नाटक केन्द्रित छ। हामी नाटकमा म सागर नेपाल, साथै हाम्रो अरू सहभागीमा ममसरा बराइली हुनुहुन्छ, अशोक चौधरी हुनुहुन्छ र मीना भुजेल हुनुहुन्छ। र अब हाम्रो प्रस्तुति हामी सुरु गर्न गइरहेका छौँ our presentation.
Sorry, Olej, don't worry, you will be translated at the end.
Thank you very much.
Shall I just pause the time and just give the scenario right now?
Okay.
Yes, please. I think that would be nice. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because
to template all of that, the group C is going to be the representative of change. That is what we have named our group. And me, this is Sagar, who will be introducing the group as well. So today, as we have to analyze and as we have to process everything, we have seen how the world is running on dominance. The culture of dominance has been there since the start. And one of the aspect that we have to include and we can see is that the dominance of women is very prevalent in today's scenario as well. In context of Nepal, as well as the world itself before, there was Sati Pratha, which is Sati system, where women will actually go and be added within the fire that burns their husband after their death. So similarly, the other one is dowry system, which is very prevalent, where I think I'll explain that later for like differently. But then yes, similarly, now the topical conversation that we're going to discuss is about chaupadi system, where women have to stay far from their home at very unhygienic place, not very suitable places, just because they have menstruation. And we are going to present a drama based on that, so we can see the present situation, how worse it can get. That is the scenario that we're going to present today in form of drama. Thank you.
Thank you.
अब हाम्रो सुरु गर्ने हो.
हजुर सुरु गर्नुभयो हुन्छ.
Okay.
आवाज आएको छ मेरो?
हजुर छ.
आहा, आज बल्ल घाम देख्न पाइयो. 7 दिनसम्म घाम नदेख्दा त कस्तो अनुहारै पुरै पयालो भएको रहेछ. गाउँ पनि कस्तो हरियाली भएछ. यत्रो 7 दिनसम्म बाहिर निस्किनै नपाउँदा त कति गाह्रो भयो. यो गाउँमा यो ठाउँपडी भन्ने कुप्रथा अझै मानेर बसेको रहेछ. यो प्रथा हटाउने कसैले पनि उपाय खोजेन कि क्या हो. अब मैले चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ, तर के गर्ने, कसो गर्ने, कति गाह्रो भयो. मलाई जम्मा 7 दिन बस्दाखेरि चाहिँ यति गाह्रो भयो भने यहाँको गाउँको मान्छेहरू, यहाँको गाउँको दिदीबहिनीहरू महिना पछि 7 दिन कसरी बस्नुहुन्छ होला. यहाँको त्यो सर्पको खेल अनि त्यो लामखुट्टेले टोकेकाहरू कसरी सहेर बस्नुहुन्छ होला उहाँहरूले. ओहो, कल्पना पनि गर्न सक्दिनँ. तर यो प्रथा हटाउनु चाहिँ मैले पर्छ. कसरी, कोसँग चाहिँ सल्लाह लिने होला. मेरो बच्चैदेखिको साथी सागर छ नि त, उसैसँग सोध्नु पर्छ. के उपाय दिन्छ कि त.
हेलो मिना, के छ खबर?
हजुर सागर ठीक छ. तिम्रो के छ, सन्चै छौ?
झक्कास छ. अनि सुनाउ, कता छौ?
अहिले त म त काठमाडौँबाट गाउँ आएको छु नि, त्यही भएर त तिमीलाई सम्झेको.
कति भयो गाउँ आएको?
9-10 दिन जति भयो होला.
ल हेर साथीको पारा, गाउँ आएको 9-10 दिन भइसक्यो. यसो भेटौँ न भनेर कल गर्नु छैन. बिर्सेको अब?
त्यस्तो बिर्सेको होइन नि साथी. आफूलाई कस्तो गाह्रो भएको थियो. न मोबाइल चलाउन पाएको थियो, न आफू राम्रोसँग बस्न पाएको थियो. तिम्रो गाउँमा आएर
के भयो भन न.
हेर न, अब आउने बित्तिकै महिनावारी स्टार्ट भइहाल्यो. अनि त्यसपछि यहाँ फेरि छाउपडी गोठमा बस्नुपर्ने चलन अझै पनि रहेछ नि त. अनि छाउगोठमा गएर बस्नु पर्यो. न त मोबाइल चलाउन पाइयो, न त आफू राम्रोसँग सुत्न पाइयो. कति पानी चुहियो, कति सर्पहरू आए, ओहो कति मच्छरले टोक्यो. तिमीहरूले यो प्रथा हटाउनु पर्दैन. यो गाउँमा बसेर यति जुझारु युवा भएर के भएको तिमीहरू?
होइन, हामीले पहल त गर्न खोजेको, तर हामीलाई सम्बन्धित क्षेत्रबाटै, माथिल्लो तबकाबाटै पो साथ भएन. अब हामी उरेन ठेउला केटाहरूले गाउँको संस्कृति बिगार्यौँ अरे, देउतालाई रिसाउने बनायौँ अरे. यो हामीले गर्नै नहुने काम अरे. हामीले हस्तक्षेप गर्यौँ अरे. त्यसैले हामीलाई चाहिँ यसमा बन्देज लगाइयो। वडाध्यक्षकै नेतृत्वमा यो काम चाहिँ रोक्नुपर्छ भनेर लागि परेको हुनाले हामीले चाहिँ केही पो गर्न सकेनौँ त मिना।
ए हो र, अनि उहाँहरू जस्तो त्यस्तो शिक्षित मान्छेले पनि त्यस्तो कुरा गर्नुभएको होइन सागर। तर म आफू केटी मान्छे भएको हुनाले चाहिँ म आफू गएर चाहिँ मेरो समस्या बताएँ भने चाहिँ अलि उहाँहरूले यसो बुझ्नुहुन्थ्यो कि सागर, के गर्ने होला?
जाउँ न त, भेट्ने हामी पनि भेटेको छैनौँ, भेट्ने बहाना पनि हुने, त्यहाँ कुरा पनि राख्नु पर्ने। ठिकै छ, म त्यता आउँछु, जाउँ है त।
हुन्छ हुन्छ ल, तिमी चाँडै रेडी भएर आइहाल, जाउँ है त, गएर कुरा गरौँ वडा अध्यक्षसँग।
ल ल। ओहो वडाध्यक्ष अङ्कल नमस्कार। नमस्कार।
नमस्ते अङ्कल।
ओहो नमस्ते सागर बाबु, नमस्ते। अनि नानीले त नयाँ देख्छु नि।
हजुर अङ्कल, म नयाँ नै हो, हुन त यही गाउँकी छोरी हो म पनि, तर सानैदेखि काठमाडौँ गएर बसेको भएर चाहिँ अहिले गाउँ घुम्न आएको। भर्खरै देख्नु भएको हजुरले मलाई, नयाँ नै हो म गाउँको।
अनि नानी के कामले आउनुभएको होला, के कति कामले पाल्नु भएको होला, के कसरी सहयोग गर्न सक्छु नानीलाई?
त्यही त नि अङ्कल, हामी त केही समस्या हजुर सामु दर्शाउँ र केही समाधान खोजौँ भनेर आएको थियो अङ्कल।
बोलो बोलो।
एहे नानी, अनि के समस्याले आउनुभएको होला?
त्यही त अङ्कल, यहाँ त यो म त अब भर्खर सहरबाट आएको, मलाई त यस्तो यो केही पनि थाहा थिएन यो गाउँको बारेमा त। अनि यो गाउँमा चाहिँ अझै पनि यो छाउपडी प्रथा भन्ने चाहिँ अझै पनि कायमै रहेछ। गोठमा गएर बस्नुपर्ने, साँगु र गोठमा बस्नुपर्ने, परालमा सुत्नुपर्ने, अनि कति पानीहरू चुइने, अब बर्खाको टाइममा कति पानीहरू चुइने, मच्छर त्यस्तै आउने, सर्पहरू कति आउने, भएन भनेर उडन्ठेउला केटाहरूले त्यस्तै जिस्काउने, आफ्नो इज्जतै दाउमा राखेर बस्नुपर्ने चलन अझै पनि रहेछ यहाँ त अङ्कल। यो खास यो छाउपडी प्रथा राख्नुको कारण चाहिँ के होला अङ्कल?
ओहो, यो छाउपडी प्रथालाई त्यसरी कुप्रथाको रूपमा हेरिँदैन नि नानी, यो त हाम्रो गर्व गर्ने चिनारीको रूपमा चिनिएको छ यो त। र अर्को कुरा, छाउपडी प्रथालाई चाहिँ मानेनौ भने त हाम्रो देउता रिसाउँछन् त नानी, त्यस्तो भन्नै मिल्दैन नि नानी।
अङ्कल हुन त म बोल्दाखेरि छोटी मुँ बढी बात जस्तो लाग्ला हजुरलाई, तर आफै तपाईँ सम्झिनुहोस् न, तपाईँ गाउँको चिनारी भन्नुहुन्छ, सभ्यता भन्नुहुन्छ, संस्कृति भन्नुहुन्छ। खै त यति शिक्षित मान्छेहरू बस्ने काठमाडौँमा त यो प्रथालाई मानिँदैन, त्यहाँ देउतै नमानिने हो कि? खै त यही गाउँमा, यति अशिक्षित गाउँमा, यति विकट गाउँमै मात्र यो मान्नुपर्ने हो?
त्यस्तो होइन नि सागर। अब काठमाडौँकै कुरा गर्दाखेरि अब 2072 सालको कुरा तिमीलाई थाहै छ, भूकम्पमा हजारौंको संख्यामा मानिसहरू मरे। तर हाम्रो यहाँ देउता मानेको हुनाले हाम्रो केही पनि भएन त, भूकम्प जाँदाखेरि त्यत्रो। त्यहाँ देउता नमानेको हुनाले त्यस्तो भयो। यस्तो हुँदैन नि सागर, देउतालाई त मान्नुपर्छ नि।
अनि अङ्कल, अब त्यो भूकम्प भनेको त प्राकृतिक प्रकोप हो, बाजा बजाएर कहिले पनि आउँदैन। अब त्यसले त्यो भूकम्पले मान्छे मार्यो भन्ने कुरा गर्नुहुन्छ। अब यहाँ छाउगोठमा बसेर पनि त कति छोरीचेलीहरूको निधन भइरहेको छ नि त, सर्पले टोकेर कति निधन भइरहेको छ, कति सुन्नमा आउँछ समाचारमा। अनि अब कति कति छोरीचेलीहरू बलात्कृत भइरहेका छन्। त्यो कुराहरू चाहिँ यो सुदूरपश्चिम भेगमा नदेखिने हो अङ्कल?
त्यस्तो होइन नि नानी। अब तिमी कुरा गर्छौ भने काठमाडौँमा हजारौंको संख्यामा मानिस मर्नु र हाम्रो यहाँ सुदूरपश्चिममा 2-4 जनाको संख्यामा मानिसहरूले मर्नुमा त्यस्तो कुनै के फरक पर्छ र? त्यसले केही फरकै पर्दैन नि नानी, त्यो कुनै ठुलो कुरै भएन नि।
अङ्कलले 2-4 जनालाई खासै ठुलो मान्नु भएन भनेपछि अब यो भेगमा जति पनि महिलाहरू जन्मिँदै जान्छन् भविष्यमा सबैले यही नियति बोकेर बाँच्नुपर्ने हो अङ्कल। अब हजुरहरू त उनीहरूको भाग्य विधातै हुनुहुन्छ।
त्यस्तो होइन नि सागर, परिवर्तन भनेको समय पछि हुँदै जान्छ नि बिस्तारै बिस्तारै, एक्लैले गर्न सक्दैन नि सागर। अब हाम्रै पालामा परिवर्तन भएको छ बिस्तारै बिस्तारै। पहिला छाउगोठमा बस्नु पर्दाखेरि 1 महिना बस्नु पर्थ्यो भने 1 हप्तामा झारेका छौँ। र पहिला छाउगोठ घरबाट धेरै टाढा हुन्थ्यो भने घरकै नजिकमै छ अहिले। परिवर्तन भनेको एक्कासी हुँदैन नि सागर, बिस्तारै हुँदै जान्छ नि। अब अरू परिवर्तनहरू अर्को पुस्ताले गरिहाल्छ नि सागर। ल अब म गएँ, मेरो सानोतिनो कुरामा अल्झेर बस्ने टाइम छैन, मेरो ठुल्ठुला मिटिङहरू छ। म तिमीहरूलाई पछि टाइम दिन्छु है त। ओहो मेरो छोरी के भयो छोरीलाई ओहो गाउँले दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनी हो मेरो छोरी के भयो ओहो सर्पले टोकेछ ओहो ओहो मेरो छोरीको मृत्यु भएछ ओहो झन् देउता खुसी हुन्छ भने हो अबबाट मैले यस्तो काम गर्नु हुँदैन अघि मैले ती नानीहरूले भनेको कुरा मानेको भए आज मेरो छोरी मेरो साथमा हुन्थिन् मृत्यु हुँदैन थियो ओहो अब आजबाट मैले यो प्रथालाई हटाउनतर्फ लाग्नुपर्छ ओहो ओहो
आदरणीय दर्शकवृन्द यदि वडाध्यक्ष अङ्कलले यस्तो संवेदनशील मुद्दामा उहाँ अगाडि नै सजग हुनुभएको भए आज यो अवस्था आउने थिएन तर उहाँको ढिप्पीपनले गर्दा आज उहाँले आफ्नो छोरी गुमाउनु पर्यो यो अनिष्ट उहाँले भोग्नु पर्यो जीवनमा जहिले पनि अरूकै गल्तीबाट सिक्नुपर्छ आफ्नो गल्तीबाट सिक्नको लागि हामीसँग एकदमै कम समय हुन्छ त्यसले डरलाग्दो अवस्था पनि ल्याउन सक्छ धन्यवाद
Thank you so much. So I'll try my best to do the English translation for our Judge Olej and to continue that.
Okay.
The drama was presented by three main characters. It was Sagar, Meena, and ward person, one of the person who actually work as a ward office for administration, the government, one of the ward in villages. So it goes like this. Meena actually stays in a cow goat that is deemed to be a place that is separate from home where girls are stayed during menstruation period, where the facilities of even drinking, eating, and staying in a hygienic place is not available. Even the way for air is not present inside that place, but to maintain the status of how warm they can be or how to stay warmer, they even lit fire inside, but they'll not be able to stay properly as a proper shelter first thing. So Meena actually portrays that she stays in that place. Once she traveled from Kathmandu, which is a city area, she went to a village and stayed there. And after staying, she comes out suddenly after 7 days and realizes there is light outside, and it actually makes her face a bit better because it was paled out since she was staying inside for 7 days. And she also portrays how she was bitten by mosquitoes and water was running down from every places. Then she decides she was in a very problematic situation. She actually faced a really problematic situation, called her friend Sagar. So the phone rang, Sagar picked up the call. They had a little conversation about how they have been in their own status. And suddenly Meena says that she is actually in Sagar's village. So she shares that she had a problem. She had menstruation cycle and she had to stay at Cow Goat, where it was really problematic for her. Then Sagar, she also questions, should you not remove this kind of system from your village? You are a responsible person and you're really young, you should be doing that. But Sagar actually says, we tried our best. We even took the matter to the administration at the administration level at our village, but they told us we cannot interfere. It is for the sake of God. God has to be happy, and this is the tradition that is being followed to actually make the God happy as well. So we can't do anything. And they even scolded us, telling you are playing with the religion culture that is being followed since really long time. Meena actually told, maybe I can go together with you to the ward office and talk to these officials, share my problems, and we can talk about it through my experience. And so the next time, Sagar also joins Meena and they goes to the ward office. So ward person did not see Meena and has been seeing Meena for the first time. So he approached and says, I didn't see you before. So where are you from? The conversation starts like that. And Meena did say she stayed at Kathmandu and right now she belongs to the same village, but right now she visited after staying at Kathmandu for a really long time. And she actually encountered a very big problem. And she elaborates on whatever happened to her. The ward person, she questioned the ward person, you are a responsible person at this position. You should be doing that. You should be looking forward to eradicating that. But the white person also responds with the same context of how God will be angry if we not follow the traditions, if we allow menstruated women to stay at the home. It is not pure enough, and the God will be affected by it. And then Sagar adds on, all the educated person who stays at Kathmandu, they do not follow this kind of tradition. So aren't the God pleased? Why aren't the God angry for them? Why are the God not the same for them? And the white person replied, actually, you can see the example. Earthquake did happen and thousands of people died. That is why what happens, because this kind of tradition are not followed. Then Mina responded, earthquake is a natural disaster. So many women pass in this kind of system here. Does their death toll does not count. So people are dying everywhere, but here also women is being faced with the situation, they also die. And the white person response is, the toll cannot be kind of compared. So in Kathmandu, it was larger number of people dying, and here it is very less. Few people, 3-4 people die, and it is incomparable. That has to happen, but not following the tradition is leading to higher death toll on the long run for those at Kathmandu Valley. Similarly, Sagar did add it. So it's few people, it's really few people. So you do not count people's life to be that much of a importance at all. So the conversation starts and the white person actually ignores the conversation. Change is very slow. It happens slowly. The child goat used to be at a longer distance before, it's now certain distance. The people used to stay at child goat for a longer duration before, now it's shorter. So change is coming, but not in this generation. Let's look forward to the other generation to change that. I don't have time to spare, I'll be leaving. And he leaves the conversation. And the next day, what happens is there is a situation. The white person wakes up and he sees that his daughter, who stays at Halgot during her menstruation time, is actually bitten by a snake, and she died instantly. So he could face that situation, and he said, had I been listening to those youngsters, then my daughter would be alive today. And with that, the drama ends. Thank you.
र हामीसँग
Thank you.
छोरीको रोलमा चाहिँ एकजना हामीसँग हुनुहुन्थ्यो ममसरा बराइली, तर सायद उहाँको इन्टरनेट कनेक्सनले गर्दा होला, त लास्टको उहाँको रोल थियो त्यो चाहिँ आएन। एकदमै त्यो चाहिँ राम्रै थियो, त्यो रोल एकदम राम्रो थियो, तर त्यो हामीले प्रेजेन्ट गर्न सकेनौँ।
Okay, thank you so much, Group C. What a creative performance. And thank you so much, Amita Di, for translation. र अब हामी जजको भ्यू सुन्नतिर लागौँ, अनि म स्टार्ट गर्न चाहन्छु बिमला म्यामबाट। बिमला म्याम, अमिता दी, बिमला
भयो?
हजुर सुन्दैछ।
म नै फर्स्ट जानु पर्ने हो कि can I do it? Can I be the second? किनभने मैले अलिकति पार्ट चाहिँ मेरो मिस भयो कि, त्यही भएर गर्दा चाहिँ ल।
Okay madam. Okay ma'am. So start from Ashesh sir.
Thank you, Sami. So a big congratulations to Group C. And the way Sagar has opened the drama was excellent. Yeah, I mean, this is not like the new story, but like new topic, a new challenge, which has been prevailing in our society for quite a long. But however, it is like very sensitive, and still, like, you know, there are thousands of villages like where this is still, you know, like, I mean, they still follow the culture. And then though like the internet penetration is throughout the nation and like in all the villages, but still where like the right things need to be learned by, you know, like this so-called, I mean, the leaders of the society, they are like ignoring to some extent. I mean, people learn even in this drama, like, I mean, the learning is through the loss of the one daughter, which is not still a good way of learning, you know. So yeah, and then Mina, right? Sagar, Mina. Yeah, Meena, you also did like wonderful, like your role was like wonderful. You have lots of clarity on your points and your vocabulary. I mean, your sentences. So yeah, I think like this is a very good topic. So I'd like to say congratulations to Team C. Thank you, Sami.
Thank you, sir. अब चाहिँ बिमला म्यामले भन्नुहुन्छ.
Hello, good morning to you all. And first of all, I would like to thank you. It's a great opportunity for me to be here and to learn from you all. Maharjanले भन्नुभएको जस्तै यो थौपडी भनेको चाहिँ अब नयाँ टपिक त होइन हाम्रो लागि, especially those of us who work with women and young people. We know the situation, how it's happening. So I think the topic you have chosen is really touching to my heart and many people's hearts in Nepal. At the same time, I think for a social enterprise, it's a pain point, right? Because you have seen the people suffering from that, and at the same time, you have also tried to come up with the solution and the awareness. And I think that is really a plus point. And it's also presentation, creativity, teamwork, like how you have been working so hard to make the presentation that is seen through your teamwork and creativity. So I really admire that. And also the objective of your the program and impact it can create is immense. So thank you so much. It's really encouraging for me and really inspiring. You really did well. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now move to Olej, sir.
Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yes.
Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's your turn.
Do you hear me? Thank you very much for creative presentation. Yeah, and as I got from the, as I understood from the translation, the theme is really very sensitive, and this new type of conflict between women and men are part of the population. I think all over the world, this is the new type of conflict, and it's presented very carefully. That means that we are to be very very careful in promoting the new type of conflict, but only the conflict can alive and make this group alive. Yeah, this is and I saw the very nice group work in this presentation. What I think is really necessary to add, if I understood right, I don't know, you want to make this place in small cities, yeah, such type of the place, isn't it? You want to make it like a theater in the small towns, yeah?
Okay, let me translate that. I think the judges can also ask the questions to all the contestants how they are going to move forward with whatever project they are initiating. So to translate that to the contestant, Olej जीले जे भन्नुभएको छ त्यो चाहिँ म कन्टेस्टेन्टहरुलाई चाहिँ ट्रान्सलेट गर्न चाहे। उहाँले चाहिँ के तपाईहरुले चाहिँ उहाँले बुझे अनुसार यो सानो भिलेजेसहरु बनाउन खोज्नु भएको हो भनेर प्रश्न गर्नु भएको छ।
कस्तो सानो भिलेजेस मतलब?
त्यो चाहिँ हजुरहरुले क्ल्यारिफाई गरिदिनु पर्यो के अब हैन भने हैन हो भने हो तपाईहरुको
हैन उहाँले चाहिँ के सोध्नु भएको छ भन्दा सानो यस्तै थिएटर परफर्म गरेर चाहिँ यो मेन्स्ट्रुएसन छौपडीको अवेयरनेस गर्न खोजेको हो भनेर चाहिँ सोध्न खोज्दै हुनुहुन्छ।
यहाँ चाहिँ हो तर पछिको लागि चाहिँ यो हैन।
पछिको लागि चाहिँ के हो त
पछिको
लाइक
लागि
यो
चाहिँ
सम्बन्धी चाहिँ तपाईहरु कसरी प्रोजेक्ट गर्नुहुन्छ त त्यो क्वेशन होला फलोअप
जस्तो
मैले नै
सायद जस्तो चाहिँ अब त्यसको लागि एउटा चाहिँ स्पिच कम्पिटिसनहरू अनलाइनकै माध्यमबाट चाहिँ यसकोमा चाहिँ यस सम्बन्धी स्पिचहरू राख्ने कम्पिटिसन गर्ने जसले गर्दा चाहिँ अब त्यो भेगका मान्छेहरूलाई पनि बाहिरबाट मान्छेले कसरी हेर्दा रहेछन् यो सिस्टमलाई भन्ने थाहा होस् र त्यहाँको मान्छेहरूको पनि कुरा बुझ्न पाइयोस् भनेर एउटा चाहिँ त्यो स्पिचहरू राखेर त्यसलाई चाहिँ अब यो सोसियल नेटवर्किङ साइटमा तिनीहरूलाई चाहिँ प्रचार गरेर त्यो ठाउँसम्म पुर्याउने इन्भाइरोमेन्ट क्रिएट गर्न सकिन्छ अथवा अब त्यहाँ इन्टरनेटको सुविधा छैन भने त्यसलाई अरू माध्यमबाट पनि प्रस्तुत गर्न सकिन्छ प्रसारण गर्न सकिन्छ त्यहाँको अब जुन डोमिनेन्ट मिडियम जुन हुन्छ त्यहाँ कम्युनिकेसनको लागि रेडियो छ भने रेडियो अथवा मेन मिडियम चाहिँ इन्टरनेट गरेर अनि त्यसपछि अरू माध्यमबाट पनि प्रस्तुत गरेर एउटा कम्पिटिसन जस्तो राख्न सकिन्छ
So, okay, to translate that to Oleg, so they are actually trying to maybe make a speech competition or something through virtual medium regarding this context. So since it is a problem that is prevalent in our society, so they want to see what the person who are in the situation has to say about that. Also, how these kind of situation are viewed by the other third parties as well, or the other person as well. So they want to have an interaction session where everything is poured out regarding this problem and opinions are being declared. So after doing that, they want to record the session and then put up through social media platforms, social networking sites, so other can see as well, other can hear as well. They want to use internet as the basic thing, the basic medium to kind of like distribute all of this. But if internet is not provided in many areas, rural areas, then they want to see the dominant media that is prevalent on those areas and actually reveal whatever is said to that areas as well.
Thank you very much. And yes, it's a good idea to use the social media, but I think it's very important to do it offline. Yeah, it will make more impact. Yeah, and also there is a very sensitive issue, and I would like to suggest regarding to the impact. You have to think what will be the positive impact on religious people if you somehow start solving this problem. Yeah. What will be the positive impact on religious people, on people from churches and so on and so on? Why should they benefit if you really start to move this issue from the 0 point first? And also, what will be the good impact for the for men population? For men population, if you will move forward, I think. We all of us, we are trying to make really inclusive projects. So if you help one social group, we have to be so creative that this decision, these tools will have to help to other social groups. But I'm really fascinated by your play, by your theater. Thank you very much.
Okay. So Oleg, was that a question or a suggestion?
Suggestion.
It's a suggestion. It's suggestion. Yeah,
about the impact on
yeah, to think about the in the play about the impact on the other social groups, not only the women. It was shown in the end, like what is the impact on the man and his daughter, but. Maybe if you will think more about this, about the impact on the religious people from the with a deep religious background and so on, and the men population, how this improving of this situation with women will benefit other social groups. It will improve all the project, yeah, all the movement.
All right, thank you so much. So to translate that to our contestants, उहाँले ओलेगज्यूले चाहिँ के भन्नुभयो भने हजुरहरूलाई सोसियल मिडियाको थ्रु गर्ने भन्नुभयो, त्यो एकदमै राम्रो हो र सजेसनको रूपमा चाहिँ उहाँले इम्प्याक्टमा चाहिँ इम्फसाइज गर्न चाहनुभयो, जोड दिन चाहनुभयो। उहाँले चाहिँ के भन्नुभएको छ भने तपाईँहरूले यसमा सोच्न जरुरी छ कि पोजिटिभ इम्प्याक्ट चाहिँ तपाईँहरूले कसरी क्रिएट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ त यो प्रोजेक्टको थ्रु चाहिँ। त्यसमा पनि अझ पोजिटिभ इम्प्याक्ट सँगसँगै पनि रिलिजियस पर्सनहरूको एउटा छुट्टै कम्युनिटी छ त्यसमा होइन, अनि त्यसलाई पनि सँगसँगै लगेर चाहिँ कसरी लानुहुन्छ तपाईँहरूले। सँगसँगै चाहिँ अब हामी वुमेनको कुरा गरेर चाहिँ महिलाको यो प्रब्लमको रूपमा त हेरिरहेका छौँ होइन, मेन प्रब्लम त महिलाको रूपमा हेरेर त्यसमा चाहिँ यसले कसरी यो कार्यक्रमले कसरी चाहिँ मेन पपुलेसनलाई पनि तानेर बेनिफिट गर्छ त, मेन पपुलेसनलाई सँगै कसरी लान्छ त भन्ने कुरा पनि तपाईँले हेर्न जरुरी छ। सँगसँगै इन्क्लुजनको कुरामा हामी आधारित भएर चाहिँ सबै कुरा गर्ने गरेका छौँ होइन। इन्क्लुजन भन्ने बित्तिकै हाम्रो कम्युनिटीमा थुप्रै थुप्रै ग्रुपहरू हुन्छ, जसरी अहिले रिलिजियस मेन भने सँगसँगै हरेक ग्रुपलाई चाहिँ समाहित गरेर लान एकदमै जरुरी छ। तपाईँहरूको यो प्ले चाहिँ एकदमै उहाँलाई राम्रो लागेको छ भनेर उहाँले भन्नुभयो। यसरी चाहिँ तपाईँहरूको सजेसनको रूपमा चाहिँ सबै ग्रुपलाई चाहिँ सँगै लगेर रिलिजियस एस्पेक्ट मेन वुमेन्सलाई सँगै लगेर चाहिँ अझै पोजिटिभ इम्प्याक्ट कसरी गर्नुहुन्छ र त्यो एस्पेक्टलाई कसरी इन्क्लुड गर्नुहुन्छ त्यो पनि सोच्नुहोस् भनेर सजेसन दिनुभएको छ। धन्यवाद।
Okay, thank you so much all judges for kind opinion and wonderful suggestion. And again, thank you so much Group C for such a creative presentation. र अब हामी अर्को प्रेजेन्टेसन तर्फ लाग्न चाहन्छौँ ढिला नगरिकन. And for the second presentation, I would like to invite Group A here. Now, Group A, your time is start.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I will first start with introducing our team. Okay, our team is called the Virtual Voyagers. We have Daria, our Master of Energy and Motivation from Iran. We have Rishan, our Master of Resourcefulness and Reliability from Malaysia. We have me, Master of Speaking and Structure from Belgium. And we have Chris, our Master of Video Magic. So the problem that we are tackling was not easy to come up with, but I will tell you how it started. So in our first meeting, we came together and we shared our talents with each other, the things that we were able to do, so to come to an idea. But when we shared our talents, when we shared what we could do, we realized that everybody was very inspiring, and it was very interesting to hear what everybody else could do, and definitely in their respective countries, cultures. It was so interesting to listen to each other. And we realized that that was something that we had to use, that we had to do something with that. And we can all imagine people that don't dare to come out of their comfort zone, that stay inside of their shell. People who are limited, people with disabilities, but not only people with disabilities, but just in general, people who feel they're limited by any kind of reasons. It could be money, it could be their gender, it could be within their culture, their family structure. It can really be anything. And they stay in their safe zone. They stay where it's safe, and they think, I cannot get out of it. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. And that's what we want to, that's the problem that we want to tackle. We want to raise awareness. We want to show people that they can safely come out of their safe zone. And how we wanted to do that was with using our skills and using our talents that we talked about. And also in the virtual way, so that because we all live in different countries, that we can share this message with as broad audience as possible. And that's how we came to making video content. When in this video content, we share our stories, we share multiple topics around this theme. And what makes us different from other content on YouTube or whatever, because there is many people with disabilities talking about this topic and showing, for example, oh yeah, this is how I do things, this is how I handle things, this is for example, when people like us, like I'm, for example, I did the train yesterday, that to show to people that how this works in Belgium, how I do that. Well, some people might think, yeah, okay, that's in Belgium, that's not for me, and that's a different situation, and it's not translatable to my situation, my culture. But what our strength is that we can show 4 different cultures, 4 different countries. We can show how we do things. We can share what we do. We can use what the other persons do, and we can show that it is definitely translatable, and that because it's a different person that you're seeing on your screen, it doesn't mean that you cannot use that inspiration on yourself. And that is really the power of our team, that we have those different cultures, that we have those different points of view, and that you can definitely translate it to your, that it's more easy to translate to your situation. And
sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
So I wanted to thank Joyce and all of you so much. And I wanted to tell you, when we were discussing together, we understood that one of the most important things that we are going to use for having social impact is technology, because almost around 98% of people, I think they are having technology, they are using YouTube, and there are a lot of effects that YouTube can have on people's life. And then we were trying to, understand that how we can do it. We understood that this opportunity that you gave us was amazing, because we were from different background, different cultures, different languages, but we had a lot of shared comments. And for example, when I was listening to Chris, Joyce, and Rishan, I was just understanding that, wow, in their life story, there are a lot of common things that I have, or there are a lot of things that I can get lessons from them. So what we are doing is trying to tell people how to come out from their comfort zone, and how to safely if you are afraid of something, but still you do it safely. And then we started thinking that we can do in this project with very beautiful video clips and series. So that's what we started to having a short video to introduce our project. So please, if I can send a video to someone, let us know. Should I send a video to who? And we can watch it here, and then we are completely ready to listen to your ideas.
So there is some sort of video prepared by you all?
Yes, of course.
You want to do the screen sharing, yeah? You want to do screen sharing? Yeah.
But I don't know how to, share it in my screen, and maybe because, I'm living here with local families, I will have some noises. So the thing we want to request is I send a video to someone, and that person can share the screen.
All right,
maybe to Amita on WhatsApp, and Amita can.
Okay, I'm going to share it just now.
Sure.
I sent it to you, dear Amita.
All right. Just let me see.
Shall we do the translation first at the meantime?
Yeah, can. So maybe I will help because Amita is looking at the video. Let me translate quickly. I'll give a summary translation. है म अलिकति संक्षिप्तमा भनिदिन्छु. सो उहाँहरूको टिममा चाहिँ सबै विभिन्न देशबाटको हुनुहुन्छ. जोइसले चाहिँ सबैको परिचय दिनुभयो. जोइस बेल्जियमबाट हुनुहुन्छ, क्रिस्टोफर अमेरिकाबाट हुनुहुन्छ, अनि त्यसै गरी डारिया इरानबाट हुनुहुन्छ, अनि त्यसै रिशान चाहिँ मलेसियाबाट हुनुहुन्छ हैन. अनि उहाँहरूले चाहिँ पहिला डिस्कस गरिरहनु भएको थियो कस्तो खालको प्रोजेक्ट के गर्दा होला त हामीले भनेर चाहिँ उहाँहरूले सोच्नुभयो. अनि त्यसै गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ सबैजनाले चाहिँ आफ्नो आफ्नो एउटा एउटा एबिलिटीहरू छ हैन. त्यो एबिलिटी चाहिँ सँगै ल्याउँ भन्ने पनि उहाँहरूले सोच्नुभयो र उहाँहरूले चाहिँ स्पेसली हामी कति आफ्नो कम्फोर्ट जोनमा हैन अलिकति च्यालेन्जहरू सङ्घर्षहरूदेखि नै डराउँछौँ नि त. तर मान्छेको आफ्नो अपाङ्गताले होस् या अरू कुनै पनि आफ्नो उसको सोचको कारणको सीमितताले होस् ऊ चाहिँ भित्रै हैन केही अलिकति च्यालेन्जिङ कुरा गर्नै डराउँछ. त्यही भएर चाहिँ उहाँहरूले चाहिँ के सोच्नु भएछ भन्दा हामी सबैजना मिलेर चाहिँ किन नसोच्ने त हैन आफ्नो स्टोरीहरू भन्दा हामीले एकअर्काबाट सिक्ने सिकाउने कति कुराहरू रहेछ. त्यही भएर चाहिँ हामी अहिलेको सबैभन्दा प्रविधि एकदमै महत्त्वपूर्ण आधार पनि छ हैन. युट्युबहरूबाट सोसियल मिडियामा हामीले हेरेका कुराहरूबाट अनि त्यसबाट चाहिँ हामीले सानो सानो यस्तै किसिमको इन्स्पायरिङ स्टोरीहरू बनाएर चाहिँ राख्यौँ भने चाहिँ धेरै मान्छेहरू जो केही गर्न सक्दिन कि भनेर भित्र बसिरहेको छ उहाँहरूलाई बाहिर आउन सहज हुन्थ्यो कि भनेर चाहिँ हामीले सोचिरहेछौँ. त्यही भएर टेक्नोलोजीलाई हामीले उपयोग गर्ने सोचेका छौँ. आज हामीसँग एउटा सानो भिडियो तयार छ जुन अब अहिले स्क्रिनमा देखाउँदैछौँ. त्यस पछाडि बाँकी कुरा भन्छु ल भन्नुभएको छ है त. अब भिडियो हेरौँ. Let's watch the video.
Okay, I shall play it. Let me know if the sound is not there.
If it has displayed, then the sound is not there.
Okay, it actually should have been played, but I cannot play it right now. Open. Okay, just a minute, just a minute.
When I was younger,
We could hear it just now.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the picture is not available.
video. Okay, let me try again. Okay, I shall play it. Let me know if the sound does not come once again.
I never knew what I wanted to do with my future.
Is the sound there?
Yes.
Okay, I shall play it then. Can judges see the screen?
Yes.
Except for Oleg will listen to it as we do.
So if it's visible, I'll be playing it from the start. Here we go.
When I was younger, I never knew what I wanted to do with my future.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It didn't happen again. There is some problem with playing the video.
Maybe it's trying to stream the video. Can you try to like copy that into local disk C, like outside of OneDrive storage, maybe?
Well, maybe that might be a problem. I'll see once again.
Daria, is it possible that your team continue your presentation and we look the video at the end? Or is it important that we look now, then only we can continue?
Well, actually, with watching this video, you're getting an idea about what exactly we want to do. I mean, how we want to have our social impact with really creative ideas. That's why we said we can listen to the.
Okay, so I just have a suggestion looking at a time. Amita, if the video is not being displayed, I think we all can watch it a blind way. We all can listen to it, I think. Right? And then later watch it. We all can listen to the
Actually,
video.
the video did not play throughout.
Or
problem.
any of the team members, Rishan, Chris, Daria, Joyce, you guys can play the video.
Okay, let me try once again for the very last time. Okay, here it goes.
When I was younger, I never knew what I wanted to do with my future. I was interested in people and what drove them to do things. The complexity of people intrigued me.
I could never understand why people never stepped out of their comfort zone.
What is it that makes them feel so stuck?
I felt there was something missing.
I was lost.
I felt like I had to choose something, but I was interested in so many things.
I had so many choices.
And I was limited to this one part of me. But it was in this period that I started traveling and meeting more people, meeting others with disabilities, others from different cultures, extremely inspiring people.
I have met so many new friends and I've learned so much from them.
I could look differently at my disability.
I could look differently at myself.
Now when people ask what I want to do with my future,
so I tell them,
I just want to be challenged. My name is Joyce. I'm from Portugal.
My name is Rishan. I'm from Portugal.
I'm Chris from the US.
I'm Daria from Iran, Isfahan, and we are virtual leaders.
All right, that's it.
So hi, good morning. This is Chris from America. This is just a short little snippet of a trailer of what we hope to accomplish when it comes to expanding our understanding of people, living in their proverbial box. We want to extend this content to things like cooking and travel and transportation, but exploring our lives outside of what people perceive us to live. So that is our hope to continue creating this type of content, to put it on social media such as YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, so therefore it is accessible all over the world and not just US or Belgium or Iran or Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you to the team. Sami, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Group A, for powerful and impactful presentation. So move to judges. I would like to start from Alexa. Sir, are you there?
Olej.
Yeah.
Yes, it's you, either for your feedback or if you have burning
Is
questions.
my feed. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, dear friends, dear colleagues, for this presentation. First of all, thank you very much for this challenge that you took. The challenge is really modern and really strong. And first of all, to come out from your box, from your comfort zone, it's very important now. And regarding the issue of our contest, we speak about the online events, online projects, and so on. And all the and the most of online projects just really help us or push us to stay in the box. That is the contradiction that it's very important question that you're trying to solve. Yeah, first of all, the online itself put us to the boxes. Watching these videos and so on leaves us to stay in the comfort zone, in the new type of the box, without pain, without anything, and thinking that we are going out of our comfort zone. Yeah, that is very important. So first of all, one thing is if you making the projects about the going out of your comfort zone, to my mind, but it's really a difficult thing, a difficult issue. But if you're speaking about the moving of the comfort zone in your presentation, Daria and I forgot the name of the lady from Belgium.
Joyce.
Joyce, yeah, thank you, Joyce, sorry. Joyce and Daria. To my mind, if you are speaking about this issue, it's very complicated, but you are to show the going out of your comfort zone in every presentation. You're not to just speak about it. You are to show in every presentation how you can go out of your comfort zone. It's very difficult, but I think it's very important, and it should be very useful. The real inclusive projects should be useful, first of all, to organizers. First of all, to organizers. That's why it's a really tricky thing. The second, if you make the video, put the video to the internet, to YouTube, to other resources. First of all, traditionally we look how many likes, how many people saw this video, but how we can count what could be the criteria of efficiency, how we can count that really people who saw this video, they went out of their comfort zone and did something extraordinary, or person who fulfilled their personal values or something like that. That is also, you are to think how to present in your project, how you can check if the people just not just look on this video and continue sitting on their sofa, but they really do something. This is the second question. It's just a question you can answer, or you can think in continuation of your project. And the third thing, when you work as a consultant in psychology, when we talking with people, let's go from your comfort zone. First of all, you are to tell people, or to make the bridge. Where are you going from your comfort zone? It's very important to the person to start moving somewhere. It's really tricky to move to nowhere. Yeah, and it's not I to be some concept or where they are going from their comfort zone. Yeah, this is three. But thank you very much for taking this challenge on you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Sarah, can I have the honor to answer some of your questions?
Sure, I would appreciate. Yes, sure.
Go ahead, Daria.
Sorry, can you hear me? Do you have my voice?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, you know, 4 of us could actually decide, and after deciding could move around to come out from our comfort zone in different way. And our destination actually is our dreams, goals, and what we want to do, what we want to accomplish, how we want to be a social impactor, a real social impactor. So that's the destination we started to come out of our comfort zone and move around to reach it. And for example, nowadays in many countries, especially developing countries, we are having disabled people or even women who can't go out of the home without their parents. When I was traveling in Pakistan, in Iran, in different parts, I was seeing the women and the disabled people who should always have somebody to help them to move around with them. So we didn't actually wait for anybody to like accompany us. We were as brave, sometimes as crazy as starting traveling all around the world, not only all around the world, traveling independently in our own area, in our own city, and in our own country. And then step by step, we started to be totally independent, and we need help of others as much as a person without limitation and disabilities need. So this is what I wanted to share. And about that, you asked us how a person can watch our videos, you know, because our story is coming from their heart, from their normal story that they are living, but sometimes they are not finding a solution for it. I think, of course, they will watch us, because at the same time we can be great motivational speakers and counselors for them too, because we didn't just talk about it, we are sharing them what we are living exactly. Just it.
Thank you, Daria. And I'm telling not about the video, looking the video, I'm telling about the feedback. When the people saw the video, how you check that they really did something after looking on your video. This is the issue. This is the question of any project. How you can count the impact.
Yeah, I think this is something. Yeah, I think this is something to think for the team. Than answering right now, I think it's a very valid point. Like, yeah, the likes and comments and shares might not give you the actual, like, the measurement of the impact, like who actually came out from the comfort zone. I mean, not necessarily people who watch the video or press the like button would come out of the comfort zone, but what would you keep there as a measurement, as an indicator to know that actually the person who watched your video came out of the comfort zone and did something. So I think it's a very valid point. I think something to think for the team.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's really valuable. But I wanted to ask you something. Normally, we are having, you know, Nepal is the country of tracking, and at the same time, it's the country of meditation and concentration. So I want to tell you something. First of all, when we concentrate on doing something, we can do it in the best possible way. And another example I want to give you is, you know, when someone is doing tracking and reaching to a cave, that person might know that if I shout very loudly, maybe I can hear my voice back to me again. So what we want to do is when we are tracking, we will have very loud voice in the best situation. In the best situations that when we shout, everybody can listen us and back. We will find a way of it when we are doing our project for sure. I'm sure about it.
Okay, just to make it clear for the team. So the question I'll like ask is, how do you be sure that when people that watching your video, because we know video is easy to watch on the couch, on the sofa, on the dining table, and then you go on to the next video. So Oleg's question is, how do you make sure that people watch your video and go, yes, I want to go out and do trekking. Yes, I want to go out and go travel. Yes, you are so inspired that I want to do something. So this is something that the team needs to think about. And this also is something that all of the people that have project in mind that need to think about what is the impact of what you are doing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we should move on otherwise because of the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sami,
दिदी
yeah.
हामी अरू जजेसहरूको पनि अलिअलि भ्यू लिन्छौँ कि अब
Quickly feedback लिन्छौँ छोटो छोटो.
Actually चाहिँ I think उहाँले सबै धेरै कुराहरू भनिसक्नु भएको छ नि त.
हजुर.
जसले अहिले बोल्नु भएकोहरू.
हजुर.
धेरै नै लामो कुरा भनिसकेको छ. So from
we
my
can
side,
move on.
Yeah, we can just move on. You know, it's really actually one thing I want to say is I'm very amazed how all of you from different parts of the world, you know, like just coming together and coming up with one idea. Maybe you may have different ideas, different ways of doing, but having that teamwork is very appreciated, you know. And what you are trying to do is also, I think, you know, something that's really needed. And at the same time, I believe you can do it. You know, you can really make it happen because you believe in yourself, you believe in your project. That's the only thing I want to say. So thank you so much.
Okay, I want to jump in now.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. So Ime, thank you so much. I want to go with the objective. The objective is like quite sensitive. You know, like the modern world has lots of people within their comfort zone, right? We've been blessed with lots of things, but the comfort zone is really cramping us. So I see the impact is immense. And your presentation itself in the video form is, I think it is like, you know, a bit out of the comfort zone. So this has a lots of social messages, but I see this has a large impact in the era of internet and then like YouTube's and then other sorts. So this has an impact, and your teamwork was great. Presentation was great, and I see creativity is also like been quite nice. So thank you so much. This is what I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll just quickly translate. Sorry, नेपालीमा थोरै मात्र समरी गरिदिइहाल्छु है. मेन जिस्ट मात्र तपाईहरुलाई चाहिँ भन्दिदाखेरि चाहिँ उहाँहरुको जुन भिडियोहरु राखेर चाहिँ मान्छेलाई कम्फर्ट जोनबाट बाहिर निस्किनको लागि प्रेरित गर्ने अघि प्रोजेक्ट भनेको थिए. त्यसमा चाहिँ अब अलेगको मेन क्वेशन चाहिँ के थियो भन्दा इम्प्याक्ट चाहिँ पछि कसरी मेजर गर्छौ त? मान्छेले त भिडियो त हेर्छ, जतिले नै हेर्न सक्छ, 1000 5000 10000 ले, तर उनीहरुले चाहिँ साच्चै आफ्नो ठाउँबाट बाहिर आएर कार्य गर्छ भन्ने तिमीहरुले त्यो जान्ने चाहिँ तिमीहरुको आधार के छ त्यो पनि थाहा पायो भने चाहिँ राम्रो हुन्छ हैन. लाइक त अब भिडियो त लाइक गर्ला, सोफामा बसेर हेर्ला, डाइनिङ टेबलमा बसेर हेर्ला, तर उ साच्चै बाहिर गएर आफ्नो लागि केही गर्न खोज्ने प्रयास चाहिँ उले गर्यो भनेर तिमीहरुले थाहा पाउने आधार चाहिँ के छ त? त्यो पनि सोच्यौ भने चाहिँ अझै मैले चाहिँ साच्चै यति जनाको जीवन चाहिँ परिवर्तन भएछ है भनेर चाहिँ तिमीहरुसँग नम्बर हुन्थ्यो. त्यो चाहिँ सोच भनेर चाहिँ मेन अलेगको डिस्कसन चाहिँ त्यो थियो है त. मैले एकदम छोटोमा समराइज गर्दिए. Thank you, Somi, it's up to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dee. Thank you so much, judges and presenter team. Now move on to another presentation. For another presentation, I would like to invite Group D here.
मलाई सुनिराख्नु भएको छ?
हजुर.
सर्वप्रथम त म मेरो टिमको मेम्बरहरूलाई उहाँहरू यहाँ हुनुहुन्छ हुनुहुन्न भन्ने कुरा जान्न चाहन्छु. जानु का?
हजुर हजुर.
ओके, चाँदनी. चाँदनी. प्रनिसा.
प्रनिसाको त सायद माइक अन गरिदिनु पर्छ होला होस्टले, उहाँको त आफै गर्न मिल्दैन भन्दै हुनुहुन्थ्यो.
भयो मिल्यो, मिलाए मैले सेटिङ मिलाए.
ओके ओके ओके. हाम्रो चाँदनी कता हुनुहुन्छ? ओके. सर्वप्रथम त उद्घोषकज्यूलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद. यहाँ उपस्थित सम्पूर्ण अतिथिज्यूहरू, त्यस्तै गरेर जुरीमा हुनुभएका सम्पूर्ण जजेसहरू, अनि त्यस्तै हाम्रो यस कम्पिटिसनको अर्गनाइजर टिम सम्पूर्णलाई हाम्रो टिम विविधतामा एकता हार्दिक अभिवादन व्यक्त गर्दछ. हामी हाम्रो प्रस्तुतिमा जानु अगाडि हाम्रो टिममा को छौं भन्ने कुरा म इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्न चाहन्छु। हाम्रो टिममा स्वयं म गगन आले, त्यस्तै गरी जानुका खनाल, प्रनिसा रिजाल अनि चाँदनी शर्मा, हामी 4 जनाको एउटा मेम्बर एउटा टिम हामी रहेका छौं। र आज हामी हजुरहरु समक्ष एउटा नाटक प्रस्तुत गर्दैछौं, जुन चाहिँ अहिलेको जल्दो बल्दो विषयलाई नै हामीले सकेसम्म उठान गर्ने प्रयास गरेका छौं। हाम्रो आज हामीले प्रस्तुत गर्ने शीर्षक समावेशी शिक्षालाई हामीले हाम्रो शीर्षक बनाएका छौं। समावेशी शिक्षा अन्तर्गत धेरै कुराहरू पर्दछन्। वर्गसँग सम्बन्धित हो कि, जातसँग सम्बन्धित हो कि, भाषासँग सम्बन्धित हो कि भन्ने कुराहरू हुन सक्छ। र हामीले चाहिँ आज विशेष गरी हामीले भोगिरहेको हुँदाखेरि दृष्टिविहीन विद्यार्थी र देख्ने विद्यार्थी बीच चाहिँ कसरी समावेशिता कायम गर्न सकिन्छ त भन्ने कुरालाई हामी नाटकको प्रस्तुतिबाट प्रस्तुत गर्न चाहन्छौं। र जसमा चाहिँ म गगन आले एउटा स्रोत शिक्षकको भूमिकामा रहनेछु। त्यस्तै गरी जानुका खनाल शिक्षिका जान्वीको भूमिकामा रहनुहुनेछ। त्यस्तै गरी प्रनिसा रिजाल उहाँ दृष्टिविहीन विद्यार्थीको भूमिकामा रहनुहुनेछ, उहाँको नाम पारु रहनेछ। त्यस्तै गरी चाँदनी शर्मा हुनुहुन्छ, उहाँ देख्ने विद्यार्थीको भूमिकामा रहनुहुनेछ। अबको क्रममा हामी हाम्रो नाटक प्रस्तुत गर्न चाहन्छौं। नाटकको शीर्षक रहेको छ समावेशी शिक्षा।
Okay, before that, I think I'll quickly translate it to Olej, the scenario of whatever is happening here. So group D is very thankful for the opportunity regarding the opportunity that is given to them for this presentation. And the team is named Unity in Diversity. And the members are Gagan Ali, Januka Khanal, Chandani Sarma, and Pranisha Rizal. They are going to perform a drama regarding inclusive education. So you can think about it, inclusive being on different levels. So it can be regarding the caste on different levels, language, but they're focused on the basic scenario and the main scenario that all the people right now in this platform are also included about. So that is inclusive education for visually impaired individuals, blind and visually impaired individuals. So they want to actually portray the gap, fill in the gaps between how there is visual impaired individuals and sighted individuals. So they want to have the amalgamation of both on the education system and want to present the drama. So Gagan is going to be a resource teacher, Januka is going to be a teacher, and Pranisa is going to be a visually impaired student, and right to the student is going to be presented at Academy, and they are going to move forward with it. Thank you.
Okay. साथीहरुलाई नाटक सुरुको लागि अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु।
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning.
Thank you, Miss.
हिजो दिएको होमवर्क गरेको छ सर्वप्रथम मैले चाँदनीलाई सोध्न चाहे। चाँदनी तिमीले होमवर्क गरेको छौ?
नै गरेको छैन मिस।
अनि किन नगरेको तिमीले होमवर्क?
हिजो चाहिँ साँझमा बच्ची आएन अनि बिहान गर्नु पर्ला भनेको चाहिँ घरको काम यता गर्दा बिर्सेछु मिस।
अनि तिमीले खाना खाँदा चाहिँ बिर्सेनौ?
छैन मिस।
जसरी खाना खान बिर्सेनौ त्यसरी तिमीले होमवर्क गर्न चाहिँ किन बिर्स्यौ त?
सरी मिस, आज गरेर अनि क्लास सुरु गर्नु होला नि है।
ल ठीक छ।
मिस
होमवर्क गरेको छौ भने मैले तिम्रो रिसर्च टिचरलाई लगेर देखाऊ है तिम्रो होमवर्क चाहिँ।
हैन मिस, अहिले क्लासमा सुन्नु न, म पढेर सुनाउँछु, हजुरलाई सजिलो हुन्छ नि। अनि रङ छ कि राइट छ हजुरले मलाई भनिदिनुहुन्छ, त्यसपछि मैले गरेर ल्याउन मिल्छ नि मिस।
अनि तिम्रो होमवर्क गर्नको लागि त त्यहाँ रिसर्च टिचर हुनुहुन्छ त, मैले कसरी सुन्नु? मैले अरूलाई पढाउनु परेन, तिम्रो होमवर्क सुन्न थालेर मैले पढाउन पाउँदिन। तिमीहरुकै पढाइ डिस्टर्ब हुने त। अनि आखिरमा तिमी धेरै चुप हल्ला नगर, चुप लागेर बस, म पढाउँछु। तिम्रो रिसर्च टिचर हुनुहुन्छ, त्यसको लागि रिसर्च टिचरलाई देखाऊ। अब मसँग यहाँ एक शब्द पनि बोल्ने हैन, म फेरि क्लासबाट बाहिर निकाल्दिन्छु। ल सबैजनाले सामाजिक पेज नम्बर 20 पल्टाऊ।
ओके मिस।
आजको हाम्रो टपिक रहेको छ समावेशी शिक्षा। तिमीहरुलाई थाहा छ समावेशी शिक्षा भनेको के हो?
छैन नि मिस।
छैन मिस।
ठीक छ, म भनिदिन्छु। समावेशी शिक्षा भनेको चाहिँ सम्पूर्ण जाति, वर्ग, लिङ्ग, भाषाका व्यक्तिहरूलाई चाहिँ एकै ठाउँमा राखेर चाहिँ उनीहरूको उनीहरू अनुकूल दिइने शिक्षालाई चाहिँ समावेशी शिक्षा भनिन्छ। जस्तै हामीले उदाहरणको रूपमा के लिन सक्छौँ भने हामीले पारु जस्तो दृष्टिविहीन विद्यार्थीलाई पनि तिमीहरू सँगै राखेर एकै ठाउँमा राखेर पढाएका छौँ, यो समावेशी शिक्षाको एक उदाहरण हो। बुझ्यौ?
बुझ्यो मिस।
ठिकै छ, मैले आज मेरो अझै बिजी छु म, त्यही भएर तिमीहरू पढेर बस्छ, नआएको कुरा मलाई भोलि सोध, क्वेसनहरू केही छ भने टिचरलाई गएर देखाऊ।
हस् मिस।
ओके बाई मिस।
सर
ए पारु पो आएछ। भन त पारु,
नमस्ते
के भयो?
सर।
नमस्ते, के छ?
सर ठिक छ सर। सर हजुरलाई एउटा गुनासो गरौँ भनेर आएको म।
ए भन न पारु, के होला?
हाम्रो सोसल पढाउने मिसलाई मैले होमवर्क गरेर ल्याएको कि छैन भनेर सोध्नु भयो सर। मैले होमवर्क अरूले गरेको थिएन, मैले होमवर्क गरेर लिएर आएको। अनि म्याम मैले होमवर्क गरेर लिएर आएको छु, मैले यसरी सुनाउँछु नि हजुरलाई पढेर, राइट छ कि रङ छ भनिदिनु न मिस, त्यसपछि मैले होमवर्क गरेर फेरि ल्याउन मिल्छ नि भनेर भनेको। म्यामले त मलाई गाली गर्नुभयो र मेरो कुरै बुझ्नु भएन सर, बुझ्नै चाहनु भएन सर।
जान्बी मिस त्यस्तो हुन्छ जस्तो त मलाई लाग्दैन।
सर धेरैचोटि म्यामले त्यस्तो भनिसक्नु भयो, त्यही भएर मैले हजुरलाई भनौँ कि भनेर आएको हो सर। नभनिकन त मैले त्यसरी भन्दिनँ थिएँ नि सर।
ठिक छ पारु, म मिसलाई एकचोटि गएर मिससँग कुरा बुझ्छु, अनि तिमी
हजुर सर।
क्लासमा जाऊ, अनि म मिसलाई राम्रोसँग बुझाइदिन्छु नि है।
हुन्छ सर, राम्रोसँग बुझाइदिनु न है सर।
हस् पारु, हस्। अब तिमी चाहिँ जान
थ्याङ्क यू
सक्छौ है।
सर। हस् सर, थ्याङ्क यू सर।
ओके। हेलो जान्बी मिस, नमस्ते।
नमस्ते सर।
मिस, अनि मैले त पारुबाट खासै राम्रो रेस्पोन्स पाइनँ नि। पारुलाई तपाईँले खासै मजाले टेक ओभर गर्नुहुन्न रे।
अनि मैले के गरौँ त सर, मैले उसलाई दिनुपर्ने शिक्षा दिएकै छु, अनि उसले भनेको मैले पढेको र सुन्न त मेरो टाइम पनि हुनु पर्यो। त्यसको लागि त तपाईँहरूलाई राख्दैकै छ त राज्यले, हामीले के गर्नु पर्यो र?
हेर्नुहोस् मिस, राज्यले अहिले समावेशी शिक्षाको अवधारणा लागू गरिसकेको छ। अब तपाईँले मलाई जहाँसम्म लाग्छ आज सामाजिकमा अन्तर्गत समावेशी शिक्षा नै पढाउँदै हुनुहुन्थ्यो, अनि तपाईँले पढाउनु चाहिँ समावेशी शिक्षा पढाउँदै हुनुहुन्छ, तर त्यही कुरालाई आफ्नो व्यवहारमा लागू गर्नु भएन भने विद्यार्थीहरूले कसरी बुझ्न सक्छन् त?
अनि मैले पढाएकै छु त सर, समावेशी शिक्षा भनेको छ सबैलाई एकै ठाउँमा राखेर पढाएकै छु। यहाँ भन्दा मैले के गर्नु पर्यो त? ल भन्नु न, म गरिहाल्छु त।
तपाईँले पारु जस्तो विद्यार्थीलाई अलिक अर्कै नजरले एउटा निगरानीमा राखेर हेर्नु पर्यो मिस। तपाईँको जुन समय हुन्छ त्यो समयभित्र अरू विद्यार्थीहरू सँगसँगै पारुलाई चाहिँ विशेष नजरले हेर्नु पर्यो। उसलाई अगाडि राख्नु पर्यो, तपाईँको कुरा मजाले बुझ्ने गरी सुन्नु सक्ने ठाउँमा राख्नु पर्यो। अनि उसले कुनै एउटा चित्रहरू तपाईँ पढाउँदै हुनुहुन्छ भने त्यसको व्याख्या गरिदिनु पर्यो। तपाईँले व्हाइट बोर्डमा ब्ल्याक बोर्डमा केही लेख्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने उसलाई पनि त्यो पढेर सुनाइदिनु पर्यो, लेखाउनु पर्यो। त्यसरी उसलाई पनि अरू सरह नै शिक्षा दिनु पर्यो मिस तपाईँले।
ए सर, मैले आजसम्म त टिचर भएर पनि यो कुरा बुझ्न सकेकी रहेनछु। ठिक छ सर, आजदेखि म पनि पारुलाई अरूलाई जसरी पढाउँछु त्यसरी नै पढाउँछु र उसलाई पनि म अरू स्टुडेन्ट सरह नै हेर्छु। ठिक छ सर, अहिले म गएँ है त, उसँग कुरा गरेर आउँछु।
हुन्छ मिस, सबै विद्यार्थीलाई एउटै नजरले हेर्नु होला।
हस् सर, हस्, म अहिलेलाई गएँ है।
हस्।
गुड आफ्टरनुन मिस।
गुड आफ्टरनुन, सिट डाउन।
मिस मिस अहिले त
थ्याङ्क यू मिस।
पिरियड होइन नि, फेरि अघि सोसल पढाउनु भएन, फेरि पढाउन आउनुभएको।
ए होइन, म पढाउन भनेर आएको होइन, म त पारुसँग माफ माग्न आएको हो चाँदनी। मैले अघि पारुसँग जुन व्यवहार गरेँ मैले अहिले आएर बुझेँ कि पारुलाई मैले त्यस्तो व्यवहार गर्न हुने थिएन रहेछ। म आजसम्म टिचर भएर पनि मैले कुनै स्टुडेन्टलाई कस्तो व्यवहार गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने कुरा अहिलेसम्म पनि मैले बुझेकी रहेनछु। पारु, तिमीसँग म माफी माग्न चाहन्छु। म आज टिचर भएर पनि टिचर भएको सार्थक भएन पारु।
केही छैन मिस, हजुरले बुझ्नु भयो त्यही ठुलो कुरो हो र त्यसैले मैले हजुरलाई माफ गरिदिएँ मिस।
ठिक छ, अब तिमीले मलाई होमवर्क सुनिदिनु भन्थ्यौ, त्यो अहिले अफिसमा लिएर म तिम्रो होमवर्क सुनिदिन्छु र फिडब्याक पनि म त्यहीँ दिन्छु। र हाम्रो पर्सिबाट इक्जाम छ, सबैजनाले तयारी गरेर आऊ है। अनि तिमीलाई पारुलाई चाहिँ म विशेष के अरे ड्रइङहरूको सट्टा क्वेसन पनि चेन्ज गरिदिन्छु है त।
हुन्छ मिस।
ल अहिले म गएँ है।
हस् मिस। चाँदनी
हजुर,
हाम्रो त पर्सिदेखि इक्जाम छ, कसरी गर्ने होला है?
के नगर न पारु तिमीलाई समस्या भनेको क्वेसनको हो क्वेसन भनिदिनको लागि चाहिँ म छु नि त तिमीलाई आजसम्म मैले नजानेर कति तिमीले हेल्प माग्दाखेरि पनि हैन झर्केर रिसाएर बोल्यो होला त्यसको लागि चाहिँ मिसलाई माफ गरे जसरी मलाई पनि माफ गरिदेऊ ल अबदेखि चाहिँ म नि तिमीलाई सहयोग गर्छु अनि अरू साथीहरू तिमीलाई नराम्रो बिहेभ ख्याल गरेर हिँड ल
हस् तिमीलाई पनि बेस्ट अफ लक
ओके थ्याङ्क यू गुड मर्निङ
मर्निङ मिस
गुड मर्निङ सिट डाउन
थ्याङ्क यू मिस
तिमीहरूले आजको एक्जामको तयारी त गर्यौ नि
गरेको छौँ मिस
ल मैले क्वेसन दिएको छु अनि चाहदा नि तिमी पारुलाई क्वेसन भनिदिन हेल्प गर ल अनि मैले ड्रइङको सट्टा पनि क्वेसन राखिदिएको छु ब्लाइन्डको लागि भनेर क्वेसन भनिदेऊ र तिमीलाई अलिक क्वेसन बिचमा एन्सर लेख्दै गरेको बेलामा भयो भने मलाई भन म भनिदिन्छु है त
ओके भइहाल्छ नि
मिस गुड आफ्टरनुन मिस
मिस
गुड आफ्टरनुन तिमीहरूले रिजल्ट हेर्यौ
छैन मिस भर्खर हेर्न भनेर जाँदैछौँ
आएको हेर्नु पर्ला भनेको
हेर तिमीहरू आफ्नो रिजल्ट प्रति किन यति धेरै केयरलेस भएको पारुले त सक्दैन चाँदनीले हेरिदिनु पर्दैन हेल्प गर्नु पर्दैन ठिक छ पारु फर्स्ट भएकी छिन् र चाँदनी सेकेन्ड भएकी छौ ल कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन है पारु तिमीलाई
हस् मिस थ्याङ्क यू मिस
हेर आजसम्म पनि मैले बुझ्न सकेकी रहेनछु म टिचर भएर पनि आखिरमा अवसर दिने हो भने त देख्नेहरूले भन्दा पनि ब्लाइन्डहरूले झन् राम्रो गर्न सक्दो रहेछन् त आज आएर म प्रष्ट भएँ र चाँदनी अबदेखि तिमीले कसैलाई पनि यसरी नराम्रो बिहेभ नगर र कसैले अपाङ्गताहरू र अन्य व्यक्तिहरूप्रति नराम्रो व्यवहार गर्दै गरेका छन् भने आफ्नो उदाहरण दिएर सम्झाऊ है
ओके भइहाल्छ नि मिस म अब त्यसै गर्छु
जामी मिस पनि पो यतै हुनुहुँदो रहेछ नमस्कार सबैजनालाई
गुड मर्निङ
सर
के कुरा हुँदैछ मिस
त्यही त रिजल्टको कुरा हुँदैछ पारु फर्स्ट भइछिन् अनि उसलाई मैले कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन भनेको र आफूले बुझ्न नसकेको कुरा भनेको
हो र ल पारु एकदम बधाई छ तिमीलाई
हस् थ्याङ्क यू सर
ल ठिक छ अब हामी आजसम्म जे जति भयो त्यो ठिकै छ अब मैले पनि जानी नजानी गल्ती गरेँ र अबदेखि हामीबाट यस्तो हुँदैन र के अरे राम्रोसँग तिमीहरू पर्सिबाट पढ है त आजलाई हामी जाउँ है घरतिर
ओके बाई बाई
मिस बाई मिस बाई सर
बाई
ल सर हामी पनि छुट्यौँ है त
तिम्रो मेरो प्रतिबिम्ब एउटै हुनलाई
सुख दुःख सँगै हाँस्दै सँगै रुनलाई
संस्कृतिको विविधता पनि एक हुन्छ
समावेशी शिक्षाले नै विश्व एक हुन्छ
धन्यवाद
Okay, thank you so much. I think, let's see if I'll be able to include all that, whatever is explained throughout. I'll try my best to do that for Olej. So to start with the translation, the first part is in a class setting. So as we mentioned, there is resource teacher, a teacher, and then sighted student as well as visually impaired student. So the conversation starts with a teacher, sighted and visually impaired student. So the students actually greets the class. The teacher said, "Did you do homework? Everybody, did you do the homework?" And one of the students said, the sighted student actually responds back saying, "There was load shedding in my area. The light was not there. I forgot and I could not do my homework." And then the visually impaired student actually raises and said, "So I have done my homework. Me, can you please, ma'am, can you check my homework?" She says that. But then the teacher responds back and, "I'll not be able to review your homework. You have a resource teacher appointed for you. Why am I supposed to do and review your homework? Your resource teacher will be doing. So don't waste my time. Don't waste anybody's time. I'll proceed with the class. And everyone, please turn on to page this of social studies book." And the teacher completely shuts it down. And then she starts teaching the class. So class today, we are going to talk about inclusive education, and so defines about inclusive education to all the students, and then gives an example saying, so what the example that we can see is, look at Paru, who is a blind student in our class. So sitting and making blind students sit in our class is really inclusive. We have to do that. And she gives a very much of that kind of example to the whole class, saying inclusion of the blind student in the class is actually inclusive education. And then everyone, the bell rings and she leaves the class. So that's the scenario for the first part. And then comes the second part, where the student with our problem with her question in our mind goes to a resource teacher. The resource teacher asks, "So hi, are you here?" Oh, okay, you are here. So how can I help you? The resource teacher actually questions, and the student said, "I have a problem actually. Our ma'am did not actually perceive me as a really good student that have done homework. She did not even see my homework. She scolded me like this." And she shares the problem to the resource teacher. And the resource teacher replied, like, "She is not that kind of teacher. How can she do that? I'll talk to her and let you know about it. Please don't get discouraged." And the scenario dissolves right there. And the next day, next time, again, the resource teachers and the conversation happened between the teacher, the social study teacher. So the research teacher faced a problem saying, "I heard that there is a problem regarding the visually impaired students. You did this, this, this." And then the teacher, social studies teacher, actually responds back saying, "I did my part. I did the education on my part. The government has kept you to see all the aspects of the blind and visually impaired. What am I supposed to do? That I'll not be doing it. I'm giving whatever I could from my side as a teacher. I'm doing my best in the class." And then the research teacher responds by, "You're teaching. And as far as I know, you were talking about inclusive education through its class. How can you say that it's inclusive education when you're not including a blind students in the class?" So the teacher actually responds, social study teacher actually responds back, sighted teacher actually responds back saying, "So what can I do? I've done my best. This is all I know. So what can I do best? Let me know about it." And then the resource teacher responds back saying, "Being a teacher, you have to be able to explain everything that is taught in the class, make her participate, put her in front of the row, might be describe the images if you're drawing anything. If there are images that are taught, then describe it and describe everything and read out loud whatever you are writing on the blackboard or whiteboard. That way you can do it really nicely. And that is how inclusive education can be included." And the teacher says, "Okay, I'll do that." And the scene dissolves and comes to the next scene, where the teacher actually goes back to the visually impaired student and says, "I'm really sorry. I want to apologize to you. Being a teacher, I was not able to understand these kind of needs are there for blind and visually impaired. So I want to mend it. How can I do it? I did hear from a research teacher regarding that. So I'll ask for your forgiveness. I'm sorry. I'm ready to help you with everything." And the student responds, "I'll forgive you. I'll listen and I'll listen to the class carefully. I'll do my part as well." And the teacher said, "Okay, so I'll also listen to you, give feedbacks. Please bring me your homework in my office. And the exams are coming near. Maybe I shall change the questions that are on the images format for you and help you with that as well. So please read diligently, and I hope you have forgiven me." The scene dissolves. Then there comes a scene where the two of the friends, visually impaired and blind friend, are talking, the students are talking. "So we have exams. I did listen to the conversation between you and our social studies teacher. I might also have treated you really harshly. So I'm so sorry. I might help you with the questions and explaining on my part. I really want to help you. Please ask me any questions and we shall move forward and study together." That is how they approached. And "Best of luck for exam. Please be careful on your way back," is how the friend responded they go. And they prepare for exam. During the examination time, the teacher is there and both the students are there. And the teacher even says and gives a hint that, "Okay, these are the questions. So the questions are actually described for you on different pattern for you." She mentioned to the visually impaired students, and then you can write the answer. So if you have problem on understanding the questions or anyone have to read out the question, your friend can do it. Your friend has suggested to do it. If she also is writing answers, then I shall come and move forward with explaining you in case of need. So that scene dissolves. And lastly, the scene comes where there is result time and the teacher comes, "So did you see your results?" And the students are, "No, ma'am, we just arrived at school. We are running to see it. We'll be able to see it. We are going to see it. So at least you are cited. Please read out her results to her." that is how the teacher responds, and then they go through the results, and the blindest student actually is in first position, and the sighted student in second position, and so forth, the other students. So the teacher actually realizes, and I am a teacher, I didn't understand these kind of things. If given opportunity, everyone can do their best, especially we could see like blind and visually impaired are better in so many ways, and they have done things, they will do things, is what the teacher realized. And similarly, the resource teacher also joins us to know what is happening here. And he also congratulates Paru, and the teacher makes a realization in the understanding that yes, if given opportunity, then everyone can do it. And we have inclusive education means this, and this is how it has to be done. And finally, they close with a line: to be happy and to be sad together is also to include all the cultures, traditions, and education as a whole. So be happy together, be sad together, include all the cultures together, and that can be best done by inclusive education. Thank you. I hope I summarized it well.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's quite clear. Thank you.
Yeah, what an interesting performance by Group D. So move to judges. Start from Ashesh sir.
Well, thank you, Sami. So yeah, the drama was quite nice. So congratulations, Team D, Gagan, Sadhani, Lokesh, Pranisa, Januka. I don't have much thing to say, but I think like, I mean, I really enjoyed like, the way you try to put the inclusivity and then and diversity inside the classroom, which is very, very important. And yes, like, I mean, at times even the teachers get their layers of blockage and all. So which is like probably because of the society, or because like how they have been grown, they have been brought up in their life and all. But I think this is a good way to like portray the story in this way. And now how do you take it forward is like this can be in the radios and like maybe in some other sort of dramas. I think yeah, this got to be like recalled and replayed several times, so they just penetrate on the people's head. Yeah, so many things like we just block by ourselves. It's not really blocked, but so this is like what I want to say. Yeah, I really enjoyed, and your presentation, creativity, all the 4 parameters, I think it's like all covered very well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I want to ask Bimala ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, the team, for the presentation. Yeah, I think the topic you have brought today is very sensitive, and at the same time, the school, teachers, parents, and the organizations, they all have to be sensitive guys about it. So thank you for raising awareness on this, and तपाईहरुको जुन एउटा vision छ त्यो चाहिँ highly admirable. And I think I have some questions, but I'm not going to ask you right now. Maybe individually later or something, because how would you be really implementing this project? Material questionable here, but we can talk about that later. But at the same time, I just want to say thank you for bringing, my attention to this project as well.
Thank you, Alexa.
It is my turn, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. First of all, a very nice play, and in spite of I listened it in Nepalese, as I understood. I've got different kind of emotions. Thank you very much, and it was a very nice and full group work, teamwork, and it was nice presented. And the issue of inclusion is very important now. And regarding the last mark in our table is about the impact and the objective, impact and objective. And it's very important now. We have now people with disabilities mostly everywhere. We put it to classes, to hiking, to mounting, so they are quite active. Yeah, this is not the issue to really to put the person with disability somewhere and call it inclusive education and so on. The issue is how to make it sustainable and how to make it comfortable but beneficial for all the participants of the inclusive projects, inclusive education, and so on. For instance, we work a lot in Israel. And they put the people with disabilities in classes for they have them for ages. But the last research of the parents of students without disabilities told us last research that 82% of parents of students without disabilities, they don't want their children to study with people with disabilities. And somehow your play is tell us the same. All the focus in the class, in the inclusive class, is on the person with disability, on his how to make his life and the study more more justice and so on, how to care about the person with disabilities. And I think the good idea to focus on all the participants of inclusive education, what benefits are have people with disabilities, blind people, what benefits teachers if they have blind students, and what benefits do have their classmates without disabilities. And if we will make the research through drama, through the theaters, what are the benefits for all the participants, we will make make this inclusive project really sustainable, because people without disability, students without disability, can realize and understand why do they need the blind person in the class. The second detail that might be added to this play, if you make the play about the blind person, keep in mind that in your audience, if you do it on the radio or theater, keep in mind that in your audience also you can have the people with low vision, with visual impairment. So it's a good idea. If you make the play about the blind people, please try to explain with audio comments what is going on. Yeah, and that's why you will not do the play about inclusion. You will make the real inclusive play. This is what I saw, but really I feel myself too strict in my recommendation, but I feel that you really put all your hearts and souls to this to promote this issue of inclusion, and I think it's a good idea to use the new questions, the new reality of inclusion. Thank you very much.
Shrestha, can you translate?
Yeah. Amita, are you doing it?
Yeah, I can go through it.
Yeah. Yes, please.
So जिसमा भन्ने हो भने चाहिँ उहाँले भने अनुसार चाहिँ तपाईहरुको प्रोजेक्ट चाहिँ अत्यन्त राम्रो छ, इन्क्लुजनको कुरा, इन्क्लुसिभ एजुकेसनको इस्युलाई तपाईहरुले लिएर रेज गर्नुभयो। त्यो अत्यन्त राम्रो छ। तर तपाईँहरूले ध्यान दिनुपर्ने कुरा चाहिँ प्रोजेक्ट भनेको यस्तो तरिकाको प्रोजेक्टमा चाहिँ अलिक सेन्सिटिभ पनि हो र धेरै कुरामा पनि ध्यान दिन जरुरी छ। जस्तै यो प्रोजेक्ट चाहिँ सस्टेनेबल पनि हुन पर्यो, यसले चाहिँ सबै पार्टीलाई पनि बेनिफिट दिन पर्यो होइन, यसले फाइदा चाहिँ हरेक पार्टीलाई दिन पर्यो। अब हामीले जसरी यो यसमा चाहिँ फोकस गरेका थियौँ ब्लाइन्ड भनेर, अब समावेशी शिक्षा सँगसँगैको कुरामा चाहिँ हामीले ब्लाइन्डलाई त आधारित गरेर यो नाटक बनायौँ ल, तर त्यो समावेशी शिक्षामा त ब्लाइन्डको लागि मात्र गरिदिएको भन्दा पनि अरू पनि भिजुअली इम्पेयर्ड नहुनु भएको जति पनि साइटेड हुन्छ उहाँहरूको पनि एउटा पार्ट त हुन्छ नि त त्यसमा। सो तपाईँहरूले ध्यान दिनुपर्ने कुरामा चाहिँ स्टुडेन्ट भनेर क्लासरुममा हुँदाखेरि यसरी ब्लाइन्डलाई मात्र फोकस नगरेर अरू साइटेडले पनि कसरी त्यसको थ्रु चाहिँ उहाँहरूले पनि गर्ने रिस्पोन्सिबिलिटी, उहाँहरूको पनि ड्युटी के हुन्छ भनेर पनि तपाईँहरूले ध्यान दिनुपर्ने हुन्छ। सँगसँगै चाहिँ विद्यार्थीलाई पढाउने ब्लाइन्डको बारेमा जस्तै ब्लाइन्ड भनेर पनि लिएको छ होइन हामीले चाहिँ। अब मेरो यो कमेन्ट चाहिँ अलि हार्स हुनसक्छ, अलि एकदमै स्ट्रिक्ट हुनसक्छ, तर भन्नुपर्ने जरुरी भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब ब्लाइन्डमा पनि हामीले ब्लाइन्डलाई रिप्रेजेन्ट गरिरहेछ भनेपछि त्यसमा लो भिजन, पार्सल र ब्लाइन्ड गरेर क्याटेगोराइजेसन पनि डिफ्रेन्ट प्रकारको हुन्छ होइन। त्यो अनुसारको चाहिँ अझै क्याटेगोरी गर्न सकियो भने क्याटेगोराइज गर्नुभयो भनेदेखि चाहिँ अझै उत्तम हुन्छ भनेर चाहिँ उहाँले हजुरहरूलाई फिडब्याक दिनुभएको छ।
र एउटा एडिसनल चाहिँ के पनि भन्नुभएको थियो भन्दा, जस्तै अब तपाईँहरूले यदि यो नाटकहरू बनाउनु भयो भने समावेशी शिक्षाको बारे मात्र नाटक नबनाउनुहोस् कि तपाईँहरूको नाटकै समावेशी होस्, किनभने ध्यान राख्नुहोस् कि तपाईँहरूको दर्शक पनि त दृष्टिबिन हुनसक्छ, दर्शक पनि त लो भिजन हुनसक्छ, उहाँहरूलाई पनि आधारित राखेर चाहिँ तपाईँहरूकोले तयार गर्नुभएको नाटकहरू नै समावेशी होस्, ताकि हामीले समावेशीको कुरा मात्र गरिरहेका छैनौँ, समावेशीको कार्यान्वयन पनि गरिरहेका छौँ। Yes, Sami, up to you now.
Especially, thank you so much, Alexa, for your amazing advice, and thank you so much, all the Aziz, and thank you so much, Group D. Now we are going to our final presentation, which is Group B. So, Group B, time is yours.
सुरु गरौँ म्याम। हेलो
Cardinals.
सम्पूर्णमा नमस्कार। आज हामी सँगै सक्षमता भन्ने प्रोजेक्टद्वारा बालगृहमा रहेका बच्चाहरू जसको बुवा आमा हुनुहुन्न, उहाँहरू त अब आफन्त नभएपछि बालगृहमा रहनु नै उनीहरूको बाध्यता हुन्छ, तर जो बुवा आमा हुनुहुन्छ उहाँहरू पनि विशेष कारणले बालगृहमा रहन बाध्य छन्। त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ उनीहरूको मानसिकतामा कस्तो असर पर्छ र हामीले विभिन्न किसिमका अकेजनहरूमा बालगृहमा गएर सेलिब्रेट गरिरहँदा हामीले धर्म हुन्छ भनिरहँदा र त्यो तस्बिरहरू खिचेर हामीले फेसबुकहरूमा पोस्ट गरिरहँदा, हामीले खुसी मनाइरहँदा उनीहरू त्यो बाल मस्तिष्कमा चाहिँ कस्तो प्रभाव पर्छ भन्ने विषयलाई हामीले अन्तर्वार्ताद्वारा उठाउन खोजिरहेका छौँ।
ओके, तपाईहरुले त्यो जानकारी गराइदिनु भयो के को बारेमा भनेर, अरु थप केही छ?
हजुर, अब त्यसपछि चाहिँ अन्तर्वार्ता सुरु छ म्याम।
ल हुन्छ। So to translate that to Olej, the scenario about the group D is going to present something together. They want to call it a together project, and they are focusing on the orphanage. And when we are talking about orphanage, it's not just about the people who do not have parents, but sometimes the situation on where even though there is parents, the child are left given the different conditions that they have, and they are focusing on the mental health that is related for this kind of individuals in the orphanages. So when people normally other people in the society go and think they are doing some sort of religious activities and some sort of like benefits from their part, and they're earning something from it when they are going and presenting something to those children's, and then keeping photos on social media how they are helping those children is some sort of activities that are done by other people in the society, but how it mentally affects to the individuals are going to be presented through an interview conversation that is going to be done by the team. Thank you.
नमस्कार 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 अनि हार्दिक स्वागत एवं गर्मी मौसमको चिसो अभियान व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छौँ। हामी सँगै सक्षमता भन्ने प्रोजेक्टद्वारा आज एउटा बाल गृहमा भिजिट गर्न आइरहेका छौँ। हामीले बर्थडे सेलिब्रेसनको लागि हाम्रो एकजना मेम्बरको बर्थडे सेलिब्रेसनको लागि आइरहेका थियौँ र हामीले बर्थडे सेलिब्रेसन पनि गऱ्यौँ। मिठो मिठो खानेकुराहरू उहाँहरूलाई
खुवायौँ एक दिनको त्यो चाहिँ जुन खाजा स्वरूपको थियो हामीले बर्थडे सेलिब्रेसन गरिसकेपछि चाहिँ यहाँ धेरै भाइ बहिनीहरू हुनुहुँदो रहेछ उहाँहरूको कुराहरू पनि हामीले अफ द रेकर्ड सुनिसकेका छौँ र अन द रेकर्ड एकजना बहिनीलाई चाहिँ हामीले बर्थडे सेलिब्रेसन गर्दाखेरि कस्तो फिल भयो र उहाँ कसरी यो अवस्थामा आइपुग्नुभयो भन्ने विषयमा बुझ्न खोजिरहेका छौँ र बहिनीलाई हामीले स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छौँ। बहिनी नमस्कार।
नमस्ते।
आराम हुनुहुन्छ?
आरामै छु। हजुरलाई?
म पनि ठिक छु बहिनी। आज हजुरको यो यहाँ आएर बर्थडे सेलिब्रेसन गर्दाखेरि हामीलाई एकदमै खुसी लागेको छ र हजुरसँग म केही कुराहरू बुझ्न चाहन्छु बहिनी। हजुरलाई एकदम कम्फर्ट हुन्छ भने मात्रै एन्सर दिनु होला, नभए नदिन पनि हुन्छ है?
हुन्छ, सोध्नु न।
हजुर जुन यो बाल गृहमा आउँदाखेरि कुन उमेरको हुनुहुन्थ्यो हजुरलाई याद छ?
मलाई त्यति साह्रो त याद छैन, लगभग सानै उमेरको लगभग 4-5 वर्षको चाहिँ म थिएँ जस्तो चाहिँ लाग्छ मलाई अलि याद भएको अनुसार।
4-5 वर्षको भनेपछि बाबुआमाको काखमा बसेर विभिन्न संस्कारका कुराहरू सिक्ने बेला थियो। त्यो बेलामा हजुरलाई यो बाल गृहमा आउँदाखेरि कसरी आइपुग्नु भयो र कस्तो अनुभव भयो?
मलाई चाहिँ यो बाल गृहमा आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ त्यतिखेर म आफ्नो दिदी बहिनीसँग आएको थिएँ अनि त्यता चाहिँ मलाई फर्स्टचोटि आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ अब नयाँ ठाउँ के होला कस्तो होला भन्ने प्रश्नहरू उठिरहेको थियो। तर पनि अब मेरो प्यारेन्ट्सले चाहिँ अब हाम्रो शिक्षाको लागि चाहिँ बालगृहमा राख्दाखेरि चाहिँ सजिलो हुन्छ भनेर शिक्षा राम्रो पाउन सक्छ भनेर चाहिँ राखिदिनु भएको थियो। त्यसमा मेरो एक्सपिरियन्स म 2वटा बालगृहमा चाहिँ बसेको थिएँ। फर्स्ट बालगृहमा चाहिँ एकदमै नराम्रो कन्डिसन थियो, जस्तै खाना राम्ररी नपाउने, लाउन राम्ररी नपाउने र खुट्टामा चप्पल पनि हुन्थेन। त्यो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एकदमै प्रब्लम थियो। अनि सेकेन्डवालाको बालगृहमा चाहिँ जब म सरेँ त्यसमा चाहिँ फेसिलिटिजहरू राम्रो ठुल्ठुलो नेपालको सबसे ठुलो राम्रो स्कुलमा पढाइएको थियो, एजुकेसन मजाले थियो अनि फेसिलिटिजहरू लुगा लाउनलाई खानालाई मजाले थियो। तर वास्तविकमा चाहियो भने हामीलाई अब आफ्नो प्यारेन्ट्सको माया अनि सपोर्ट हो नि त, त्यो चाहिँ थिएन।
हजुर बालगृहमा रहिरहँदाखेरि अब हजुरलाई हजुरको फ्यामिलीले मसँग अब हामीले लैजान्छौँ भन्नुभयो भने हजुर जान तयार हुनुहुन्छ त?
म एकदमै तयार छु, किनभने मैले बच्चैदेखि अब उहाँले छोड्नु भएदेखिबाट अब कुनै दिन आउनुहुन्छ मलाई भेट्न भन्ने मैले आश गरेको थिएँ। उहाँलाई कुरेर बसेको थिएँ, धेरै वर्ष हुँदाखेरि पनि उहाँलाई भेट्न पाइएन। मैले चाहिँ के सोचेको थिएँ भनेपछि मेरो परिवार चाहिँ बित्नु भइसकेको भनेर चाहिँ मैले सोचेको थिएँ। मलाई धेरै याद आउँछ आफ्नो परिवारको चाहिँ यहाँ बस्दाखेरि चाहिँ।
अब यसरी जुन त्यो बाबुआमा हुँदाखेरि पनि हजुरलाई बाबुआमा पछि हुनुहुन्छ भन्ने थाहा भइसकेपछि अवश्य नराम्रो अनुभव भयो होला। अनि यो बाल संस्थामा हजुरलाई फ्यामिलीहरू थाहा हुनुहुन्छ भन्ने थाहा भइसकेपछि फोन कन्ट्याक्ट गर्न, भेट्न आउने, फोन कन्ट्याक्ट गर्न दिने त्यस्तो हुन्छ कि हुँदैन?
हाम्रो चाहिँ अब बालगृहमा बसेपछि अब हामीलाई अगाडिदेखि नै अब यहाँ बसेपछि तपाईँहरूको प्यारेन्ट्स पनि हुनुहुन्न, अब हाम्रो हुनुहुन्छ, मम्मी हुनुहुन्छ, बुवा हुनुहुन्छ भनेर त भन्छौँ। तर उहाँहरूले चाहिँ अब बाहिरबाट मान्छेहरू डोनेसनहरू यता गर्न आउनुहुन्छ, बाहिर देशबाट आउनुहुन्छ, त्यतिखेर चाहिँ हामीलाई तिमीहरूको चाहिँ कोही छैन है भन्ने फोर्सफुल्ली चाहिँ भन्न लगाउनुहुन्थ्यो। त्यो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अलिकति हामीलाई चाहिँ आफ्नो प्यारेन्ट्ससँग चाहिँ कन्ट्याक्ट गर्न नदिने, फोन कल्स नभेट्न दिने त्यस्तो सिचुएसन थियो।
र आज हामी यसरी बर्थडे सेलिब्रेसन गर्न आइरहेका छौँ हजुरलाई कस्तो अनुभव भइरहेको छ यसरी नै दिनदिनै अकेजनहरूमा मान्छेहरू आइदिए हुन्थ्यो जस्तो लाग्छ कि मान्छेहरू आएपछि झन् हामीलाई याद आउँछ हाम्रो मानसिकता बिग्रिन्छ भन्ने जस्तो लाग्छ के लाग्छ हजुरलाई विषयमा
अब बालगृहमा मान्छे टन्नै आउँछन् होइन भेट्न टन्नै आउँछन् खानेकुरा लिएर आइदिनुहुन्छ गिफ्टहरू लिएर आइदिनुहुन्छ नानाहरू लिएर आइदिनुहुन्छ त्यसको विषयमा चाहिँ हामीलाई खुसी नै लाग्छ अनि बिस्तारै त्यो मान्छेलाई हामीले विश्वास गर्न थाल्छन् आफ्नो कुराहरू सेयर गर्न थाल्छन् पछि त्यो मान्छे फर्केर आइदिएन त्यो कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हामी त्यो मान्छेको प्रतीक्षामा बसिरहेको हुन्छौँ पछि त्यो मान्छे नआइदिसकेपछि हामीलाई चाहिँ हाम्रो जुन मान्छे प्रति हामीले विश्वास गरेको हुन्छ त्यो विश्वास बिस्तारै तोडिँदै जान्छ त्यही भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हाम्रो आफ्नो मानसिकमा चाहिँ धेरै असर पर्छ
बहिनी हजुरको कुरा सुनेपछि निकै नराम्रो पनि हामीलाई महसुस भयो हाम्रो कार्यक्रम यसमा हजुरले केही कुराहरू भनिदिनु भएकोमा हजुरलाई धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद
थ्याङ्क यू सो मच
यसपछि चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ उहाँको अभिभावकहरू पनि हुनुहुन्छ भन्ने कुरा थाहा पाएपछि उहाँको अभिभावकलाई पनि सम्पर्कमा ल्याउने कोसिस गरेका छौँ र उहाँको अभिभावक पनि हुनुहुन्छ उहाँलाई हामी स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छौँ हजुर नमस्कार हजुर नमस्कार नितेश जी
नितेश जीको म्युटमा छ
नमस्ते सुन्दै हुनुहुन्छ
हजुर सुनिरहेको छौँ र हामीले चाहिँ हजुरको बच्चा बालगृहमा भएको कुरा थाहा पाएर उहाँसँग पनि केही कुराहरू बुझ्यौँ खासमा हजुरले हजुरको बच्चालाई अनाथलयमा छोड्नुको बालगृहमा छोड्नुको कारण के थियो हामीले बुझ्दाखेरि हजुरको अरू बच्चाहरू पनि रहेछन् हजुरको त्यो जुन बालगृहमा छोड्नु भएको बच्चा र अरू बच्चामा के फरक देख्नुभयो र उसलाई बालगृहमा छोड्न चाहनुभयो
होइन यो कारण बुझ्नु तपाईँलाई के छ यहाँ के छ कारण बुझ्नुपर्ने म जे गरौँ मेरो बच्चालाई चाहिँ जहाँ राखौँ जे गरौँ के छ यसमा सोध्नुपर्ने फेरि भिडियो पनि खिचिरहनु भएको छ प्रश्न पनि सोधिरहनु भएको छ
हामीलाई एकैछिन देख्दाखेरि त त्यो बच्चाको कुरा सुन्दा जुन म परिवारसँग जान पाए हुन्थ्यो भन्दा कस्तो मन भावुक भएर आयो भने हजुरले त जन्म दिएको बच्चा हजुरलाई माया लागेन
माया लागे पनि के गर्नु अब यहाँ गाउँलेहरूले सानै जन्मदाखेरि नै अब यो आँखा नदेख्ने भए पछाडि गाउँलेहरूले नराम्रो दृष्टिले हेर्छ अब यसको अब यसको रोग हामीलाई सर्छ भन्ने खालको भएर समाजमा त्यस्तो खालको भएर हामीलाई पनि त्यस्तो प्रभाव पर्छ कि भन्ने कुराले पो मैले त्यस्तो गरेको त यो रोकथाम तपाईँहरूले गरिदिनुहुन्छ
त्यो त खासमा सर्ने रोग होइन नि त्यो अपाङ्गता भनेको त्यो भइपरि आउने कुरा हो जसलाई पनि हुन सक्छ हजुरले अब हजुरको के हजुरको बच्चालाई अब हजुरको घरमा ल्याएर राख्नुहोस् भन्यो भने राख्नुहुन्छ
म राख्दिनँ किनभने ऊ त्यहाँ सुरक्षित छ भने मैले यहाँ ल्याउनु फेरि उल्टै प्रभाव पार्नको लागि उसले त्यही राम्रो छ
हामीले जति नै कोसिस गर्दाखेरि पनि उहाँको अभिभावकलाई सम्झाउन सकेनौँ हजुरले जे धारणा दिनुभयो त्यसको लागि धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद तर हजुरको बच्चाको त्यो रोग सर्ने भन्ने होइन त्यो अपाङ्गता भन्ने कुरा भइपरि आउने कुरा हो र हजुरको कुरा राख्नु भएकोमा धन्यवाद यससँग सम्बन्धित रहेर हामीले पनि एउटा प्रोजेक्ट सञ्चालन गर्न गइरहेका छौँ र यसको विषयमा हाम्रो प्रोजेक्टमै आबद्ध हुनुभएको लामो समयसम्म समाजसेवा गर्नुभएको एकजना समाजसेवी पनि हुनुहुन्छ। उहाँलाई पनि हामीले यो विषयमा सोध्न चाहन्छौँ कि यसरी अपाङ्गता भएकै कारण बाबुआमा हुँदाहुँदै पनि बालगृहमा बच्चा छोड्नु राम्रो हो त? यो समाजसेवीलाई प्रश्न सोध्न चाहन्छौँ।
नमस्कार, म जुन साख्य हाम्रो प्रोजेक्ट सँगै सक्षमबाट र मलाई अवश्य लाग्छ बुवामा हुँदाहुँदै पनि हाम्रो विशेष अपाङ्गता भएको बालबालिकाहरूलाई संस्थागत हेरचाहमा छोड्नु एकदमै राम्रो कुरा होइन। त्यस भएर हाम्रो यस प्रोजेक्टको उद्देश्य यस समस्यालाई रोक गर्ने हो। र अब तपाईँले भन्नुहुन्छ हामीले यस समस्यालाई कसरी समाधान गर्छौँ भनेर। सो हाम्रो 5 वटा पोइन्ट्स छन् हामीले गर्न आँटेको। हाम्रो प्लानलाई हामीले 5 वटा पोइन्टमा डिभाइड गरेका छौँ। फर्स्ट भनेको हामीले अवेरनेस प्रोभाइड गर्ने। अघि न हाम्रो अरू टिमहरू मेम्बर्सहरूले प्रदर्शन गरे जस्तै हामीले ड्रामा गरेर हामीले जस्तै अब भर्खरै जन्मिनु भएको अपाङ्ग बालबालिकाहरूको आमा बुबाहरूलाई काउन्सिलिङ दिने र संस्थागत हेरचाहमा छोड्न आउनुभएको अपाङ्ग बालबालिकाहरूको आमा बुबाहरूलाई सम्झाउने यस्तो गर्नु हुँदैन भनेर यसरी हामीले अवेरनेस प्रोग्राम प्लान गरेका छौँ। सेकेन्ड भनेको हामीले एक्सेस टु एजुकेसन। सो अपाङ्गहरूलाई आफ्नो आवश्यकता अनुसार पढाइने वातावरण सिर्जना गर्ने। जस्तै अब ब्लाइन्डहरूलाई ब्रेलबाट पढाइने, डेफ बालबालिकाहरूलाई साइन ल्याङ्ग्वेजबाट पढाइने, अथवा अर्थात् त्योभन्दा पछि अब सरकारहरूले प्रदान गरेको निःशुल्क पढाइने ठाउँहरूको पहिचान गराइदिन सक्छौँ हामीले उहाँ आमा बुबाहरूलाई। सो बालबालिकाहरूले पनि अरू नर्मल बालबालिकाहरू जस्तै शिक्षा पाउन सकोस् भनेर। थर्ड हाम्रो प्लान भनेको होम एडाप्टेसन। अब अपाङ्ग बालबालिकाहरू आफ्नो अपाङ्गताका कारण अब सहानुभूतिको पात्र बन्न नपरोस् भने हामीले उहाँहरूको घरमै अपाङ्गता मैत्री वातावरण सिर्जना गरी गर्ने चाहिँ हामीले सुझाव दिन सक्छौँ उहाँको परिवारहरूको लागि। त्यो थर्ड होम एडाप्टेसन भयो। फोर्थमा हाम्रो छ इम्प्लोइमेन्ट अपर्च्युनिटिज। अब अपाङ्ग बालबालिकाहरूको आमा बुवाहरूलाई एकदम धेरै चिन्ता हुन्छ उहाँको छोराछोरीले अब कसरी काम गर्छन्, कसरी पैसा कमाउँछन् भनेर। सो हामीले यो प्रोजेक्टबाट चाहिँ विभिन्न ठाउँमा गएर रेस्टुरेन्टहरूमा गएर हामीले स्पेसली डिसेबल्डहरूको अपाङ्गताहरूको लागि चाहिँ रोजगारको अवसर मिलाउन सक्छौँ, जहाँ आफ्नै रिलेटेबल ग्रुपहरू अपाङ्गहरूको ग्रुपहरू मिलेर त्यहाँ काम गर्न सक्छन् र उहाँहरूले रोजगार पाइसकेपछि उहाँहरूको आर्थिक अवस्था पनि स्थिर हुन्छ। र हाम्रो फिफ्थ पोइन्ट छ क्रिएटिङ अ कम्युनिटी अफ प्यारेन्ट्स अफ डिसेबल्ड। सो अब हामीले जसको अपाङ्ग बालबालिकाहरू छन् उहाँको प्यारेन्ट्सहरूको हामीले ग्रुप बनाउन सक्छौँ अनलाइन। अनि त्यसपछि उहाँहरूले त्यहाँ आफ्नो एक्सपिरियन्सहरू सेयर गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। अब भर्खरै जन्मिएको अपाङ्ग बालबालिका हुनुहुन्छ भने उहाँको प्यारेन्ट्स पनि यो ग्रुपमा जोइन बनाएर आफ्नो दुःखहरू आफ्नो एक्सप्रेस गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। अनि पछि अरू आमा बुवाहरूले उहाँलाई हौसला दिन सक्नुहुन्छ र भन्न सक्नुहुन्छ कि अवसर दिनुभयो भने अपाङ्गताले फरक पार्दैन, जसले पनि जति ठुलो पनि एचिभमेन्ट गर्न सक्छन् भनेर। अनि उहाँहरूले अब पिकनिकहरू अर्गनाइज गरेर हाम्रो यो ग्रुप भइसकेपछि पिकनिक अर्गनाइज गरेर सबै सँगै मिलेर इभेन्टहरू अर्गनाइज गर्न सक्छौँ। घुलमिल भएर हामी सबै एकदम इन्क्लुसिभ भएर बाँच्न सक्छौँ। यही हाम्रो प्रोजेक्टको उद्देश्य। यही प्रब्लम सल्भ गर्नको लागि हाम्रो प्रोजेक्ट सँगै सक्षमको सुरुवात भएको। धन्यवाद।
So is the presentation over?
पक्कै पनि जुनजी हामी सँगै सक्षमता भन्ने प्रोजेक्टमा रहेर यी र यस्ता उद्देश्यहरूलाई राखेर हाम्रो कार्य अगाडि बढाउनेछौँ र हामी यो ज्ञान पनि आज यो प्रोजेक्टले यहाँ बर्थडे सेलिब्रेसन गर्न आइरहँदाखेरि हामीले यो ज्ञान पनि प्राप्त गऱ्यौँ कि हामीले हाम्रो खुसीको लागि कार्य गरिरहँदा कसैलाई धर्म होस् भनेर कसैको एक छाक खाना खुवाइरहँदा त्यसले चाहिँ हामीले जसलाई सहयोग गरिरहेका छौँ उसलाई उसको दिमागमा चाहिँ कस्तो प्रभाव परिरहेको छ हाम्रो सहयोगले सकेसम्म सकारात्मक प्रभाव परोस् भन्ने हो तर त्यसले कस्तो प्रभाव परिरहेको छ भन्ने कुराहरू पनि हामीले बुझ्न जरुरी हुँदो रहेछ हामीले आज यसरी बर्थडे सेलिब्रेसन गर्दाखेरि त्यो कुराहरू पनि महसुस गरेका छौँ र हामी सँगै सक्षमता भन्ने प्रोजेक्टद्वारा यो कुरा पनि प्रतिबद्धता गर्न चाहन्छौँ कि हाम्रो टिमको अब कुनै अकेजनहरू पर्यो भने त्यसको केही रकम चाहिँ हामी यस्ता बालगृहहरूको कोषमा बरु राख्दिनेछौँ र यसरी आएर प्रत्यक्ष सेलिब्रेसन गरेर उनीहरूलाई एक दिनको खुसी दिनुभन्दा उनीहरू जुन वातावरणमा छन् त्यही वातावरणमा नै समायोजन हुनका निम्ति थप पहल गर्नेछौँ र राज्यलाई पनि हामीले यो कुरा गर्नको लागि यस्ता बालगृहहरू सरकारी तवरबाट दर्ता गरियो भने डोनेसनबाट चलाउन पर्ने छैन त्यो कुराहरूलाई पनि हाम्रो सँगै सक्षमता भन्ने प्रोजेक्टले अगाडि बढाउनका लागि महत्त्वपूर्ण भूमिका खेल्नेछ भन्दै आजको अन्तर्वार्ता यहीँ सकिएको छ हस्त धन्यवाद
Thank you so much. So to translate that in English, so they did perform a interview session where there were 3 different characters being interviewed. One was the person who was in the orphanage, the second was the parent of the person, and then the last one was a social worker. So starting the first conversation regarding the interview was taken place by one of the reporter, and they had a scenario of how they celebrated a birthday at an orphanage where everyone was called and they had food together, celebrated by eating something together. So that was a celebration done. Regarding the celebration, one of the individual who was actually blind was picked out from the orphanage and asked this question. So the conversation follows like this. We did celebrated birthday today and ate something, and I wanted to know how did you feel about it? So that it is answered back as, we did find it really fascinating. So, I did like it. I was happy. But then the interviewer again asked, like, we are trying to understand and know how you felt regarding this. And are you comfortable answering the questions that are about to be asked to you? If you are comfortable, then answer it, else you do not have to answer. And the individual, actually, or as the orphanage, respond back by saying, I am comfortable answering, you can ask me. And so what is your age? And she responds, I don't remember. What was the age when you were brought to the orphanage? Was asked to her, and she says, I don't remember. Maybe I was 2-3 years old, I think. And then the interviewer asked, so that was the age where you were to be taught about culture, you were to be loved, and you were to be given everything by your parents, but you were left out here. And then the response back saying, I came with my sisters. It was a very new place for me. What, where, when, what is happening? I was very unknown about it. My parents thought maybe I have to spend time here. And so by the time till now, I've been at 2 different orphanages. The first one was a place where I was not able to even have good food, shelter, nothing to wear that was really nice. There was no slippers in my foot as well. And now in the second facilities, I have better education and a good university, clothes are provided, shelters are provided, and everything is provided. So that's the difference. But despite that, I felt I always had this void of my parents not being there and the love and care that I should be receiving from my parents. It was not there. They responded a response back. And the interviewer again asked, so will you go to your parents if they call you right now? Because we found out that you have parents and you are living without your parents, but you do have parents right now. And she responded, yes, I will. I am longing for this love since really long time. I always have convinced myself that I do not have a member of my family. They passed away. They are not there. But if they are there, then I remember till this day that I want this love. I am always longing and waiting for them to come back and take me home. That is how she feels. And so the interviewer asks, you might have felt bad when you know that you still have parents, is what she asks. And she responds back, from the start, my parents from the start. So the question also included, like, you didn't know now that, don't you want to contact back to your parents? And then she responds back saying, from the very start, we were told that we do not have parents. We are not to have parents. to convince the people who are donating us in this organization, we had to fake and we had to pretend that we do not have parents, else that would be a problem. So contacts were really restricted. We were not allowed to do any form of contacts to any person. So coming back to the interview, coming back to the celebration of the birthday, how do you feel about it? And the respondent respond back saying, people brings us gifts, food, a lot of things, a lot of materials, and then feeling that kind of trust and bond and love, we love it. And we start sharing everything. We create a certain kind of bond with these people, a trust with these people. But then we wait again. If they come for a single day, we wait. And again, the trust of the people is lost back. They do not come back. We keep waiting. We have this bond, we share everything, but we keep waiting and they do not come back. So that is the respondent answer. And the interviewer asked, I felt very bad about knowing like that. Thank you for sharing. So she transformed the conversation into talking to one of her parents. So the conversation with the parents and the interviewer goes like this. So interviewer asks, we got a hint that you have other children as well. This is not just your one children, you have other children. They are at home. And what did you find different about this child that you're leaving her in the orphanage? Is actually the parents, and the parents respond back, why would you want to know? Why would you even ask this question to me? You're not supposed to ask this question. Whatever I want to do with my child, I'll do it. You're not supposed to ask this question to me, is what the parents respond back. And the interviewer asks, when we heard, I felt so emotional about the story that she said. I felt something inside. So don't you love your child? Don't you feel anything regarding your child? And the parents respond back saying, we live in a society, and society has framed me and everyone in such a way that to believe this child has a problem. What if this problem actually gets transferred to us? What if the condition also gets transferred to us? We are normal and we want to be normal. It can be transferred in some way, and I can be affected by the disease. I don't want her in my home. Obviously, there she is happy. I don't want her in my home, affecting all the children, me, my wife. And that is how he answered back. And then the interviewer asked, so for the first thing that I want to tell you, it does not transfer, but yeah, we'll talk back to him later on maybe. But it feels really disheartening to know about it. See response. And the parents, so will you take back, if you are given the chance to take back your child, is what she asks to your parents. And the parent respond back saying, no, I don't want to. She's comfortable in that space. He has good education. She has good everything there. So there is no point in taking her back. She's better that way. She's better in that place. And the respondent, the interviewer actually concludes the interview with the parents saying that is not transferable, it is by birth, and that is not a problem. But now moving forward to having a last conversation with one of the social workers who is working in this field together for a project, by initiating the project called Sangai Saksham, Building Opportunity Upliftment Together is the name of the project. And they move forward with that interview. So the interview goes like this. Even parents are there. Is it okay to leave their children orphanages like that despite them having parents? Is what the interviewer asks to the social worker, and the social worker says, it is not good at all. So the objective of this project is actually to not let that happen. We want to work in this field and not let the parents of any sort of condition of the child to leave their children on somewhere like orphanage or a child care center. We don't want to do that. So that is why this project is initiated. And we have 5 different steps that we want to do to work out through this project. The first one being awareness. So through different dramas, counseling that is actually presented by lots of our participants here, also counseling to the parents, and those parents who is trying to leave their children also get counseling while they are doing that, so that they'll not leave their child on the care center is the first thing that we want to do. The second is extra education, providing extra education. So when talking about extra education, they want to integrate Braille for blind and visually impaired, sign language for deaf and hearing impaired individuals, and also assess and know the places for free education, so that the parents can actually assess these free education centers where it is provided and provide extra education opportunity for this kind of children. And the third one is adaptation, to teach everyone that they don't want to be the part of sympathy. They don't want sympathy from your side. Being disabled, being in that community does not mean, or being an individual does not mean they want to be sympathized, but rather they want to create this project, want to create and give suggestions to have an adaptive approach, how these people with this kind of traits also can be adapted in a situation, and we can adapt in the situation along with them. So that is the third thing that I want to do. And the fourth one is to provide employment opportunities. So maybe creating a community of these individuals working together. It might be a restaurant, it might be some place where they can work together, and providing employment opportunity to work and assess and make them financially independent can be one of the goals. And then the fifth one being creating community of parents of this kind of people, so disabled communities, and creating a community of parents for the disabled individuals as well. So groups can be formed, discussion can be done, and everyone can come together and assess the problems bring out the solutions, and it should be tight-knitted community. So that is how the social worker describes what they want to do. And then moving forward with that, the interviewer says, so certainly we'll move forward with this project, we'll be continuing this project. Thank you so much for your insight. And she concludes the interview saying, righteousness is what we think we are doing while visiting these orphanages, celebrating birthdays and making them celebrate with food, gifts and everything, but we do not go back, we don't return back there. It has affected the mental health of many child in that way. So rather than providing this kind of one-day entertainment, one-day treat to them, we can actually cash out and help the organizations and provide cash to them rather than celebrating like this. So we can find, and we can have a way for government to work on registering the legit organizations that actually work through certain processes and help those organizations by providing financial donations rather than just going and celebrating a one day. So let's move forward and have opportunities and everything gathered there in such a way that we can actually make this happen. And the interview concludes. Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy, and thank you so much, Group V. What an interacting performance. So move on to judge. First, I want to ask Ashesh, sir.
Thank you, Sami. It is quite emotional for me to hear, lots of things, which is the fact, but probably been brought up in Kathmandu, we have not experienced the deeper pain of lots of individuals. Thank you so much, for bringing it into the surface, and the way of interviewing, which is quite accessible throughout the country, throughout the radios and all. I find it quite creative, and it's very nice. Yeah, so I have no much thing to say, but you guys did a great job. So just like to say thank you very much. Sami, back to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Now I want to ask Alexa.
Okay, this is also very interesting. One of my favorite group with people with mental disabilities. I like to do the projects with them. I like to learn through the project with them. I like to collaborate with the people with mental, we call it people with mental variations, people with mental variation, and I love this name. First of all, thank you for the presentation. It's interesting. As I understood, your dream is that the people from the special systems, from the special orphanage will, with mental health, will live at home with their parents and live in their own community and do something interesting. It's interesting that this question already solved in such countries like Germany and Norway. They invest a lot of money and they put the people with mental disability from special institutions to their homes, to the special communities. They pay a specialist to work with them, And from the side, you can see these communities as communities of happy people, but only from the side. That was a big problem in Germany. So the specialists from these communities without disability, they said that when the financing became lower, less nobody wants to interact, to collaborate with them without finance supporting. The same was in Norway. They put these people from the special institutions to their own apartment, and the program, as I remember, they call it supported living, something like that. But it became like gold cages. So people live with all the things in comfort and so on, but they're still not necessary in the society. And you tell that your ideal, your community, that this society of mental people are working together between each other, the parents are communicating together between each other, and this society becomes closed. But the idea is to organize interaction between such a community, like people with mental variation, with other communities, and to see what could be the benefits to other communities. This is to move forward, because building the gold case, it's not the case. And if you make this project online, you can share it. I can connect you with specialists in Germany and in Norway. You can show them what your presentation, and can discuss what could be the effects, because they already they already did these steps, but they are not satisfied with the results. It's very interesting issue. And it's very good that you in the kind manner, kind mood, speaking about this from 3 points of view: people with mental disabilities, parents, and the social workers. But I think good. On the other hand, it's good idea to also to speak with people who already did your dream. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Oleg. So with that, I think I'll translate that. Or June, would you like to translate that to your friends? If it's okay, else I can do it. Not a problem at all. Okay. उहाँले चाहिँ के रिस्पोन्स दिनुभयो भने एज अ फिडब्याक चाहिँ तपाईहरुले गर्नुभएको यो जुन पनि प्ले छ, इन्टरभ्यू छ, त्यो चाहिँ अत्यन्त उहाँलाई चाहिँ मन परेको छ र एकदमै राम्रो पनि लाग्यो। यसमा चाहिँ तपाईहरुले छुट्टै छुट्टै प्रकारको सबै कुरालाई समावेश गरेर चाहिँ इन्टरेक्सन गर्ने भन्ने कुरालाई चाहिँ एम्फसाइज गर्नु पनि भयो र त्यसमा चाहिँ डिफ्रेन्ट कम्युनिटिजको मान्छे, डिफ्रेन्ट एस्पेक्टको मान्छेहरूलाई ल्याएर इन्टरभ्यू गर्दा इन्टरेक्सन गराउँदा चाहिँ अत्यन्तै प्रभावकारी पनि हुन्छ भन्ने कुरालाई पनि उहाँले चाहिँ भन्नुभएको छ। र सँगै यदि मिल्यो भनेदेखि अपर्च्युनिटी तपाईहरुको प्रोजेक्टमा गर्न खोज्नु भएको तपाईहरुको कुरा चाहिँ अलि डिटेल रूपमा पनि प्रस्तुत भएको कारणले उहाँलाई त्यो खुसी पनि लाग्यो। र यसमा चाहिँ उहाँले सहयोगको रूपमा चाहिँ स्पेशलिस्ट जर्मनीमा उहाँले चिन्नु भएको रूपमा आधारित गरेर यसलाई अगाडि बढाउन पनि सक्ने भन्ने विषयमा पनि उहाँले जानकारी दिनुभएको छ। कनेक्ट गराइदिन सक्नुहुन्छ यसको विषयमा। यो आइडिया चाहिँ एकदम राम्रो भएको कारणले राम्रो पनि छ र तपाईले यति मात्र हैन कि उहाँले चाहिँ यो अपर्च्युनिटी यस्तो पनि जुटाइदिन सक्नुहुन्छ कि तपाईहरुलाई मन छ भनेदेखि चाहिँ यो यसरी कार्यक्रम गरिसक्नु भएको मानिस पनि थुप्रै हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँहरुसँग पनि तपाईहरुले चाहिँ कुरा गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। ओभरअलमा चाहिँ प्रोजेक्ट चाहिँ राम्रो लागेको जानकारी गराउनु भएको छ।
Thank you so much, Aziz, and participate. Is Bimala ma'am is here?
No, she's not here. You can continue, eh?
Okay. Okay. With this, today's presentation of all this group is over. Every group's presentation was very impressive, interesting, creative, and powerful. The result will be announced on the day of finale after the judges sent us their decision via email. र यो सँगसँगै सबै समूहहरूको प्रस्तुति यहीँ समाप्त भएको छ। यसको परिणाम चाहिँ हामी ग्रान्ड फिनालेको दिन जजहरूले मेल मार्फत हामीलाई उहाँहरूको डिसिजन पठाइसक्नु भएपछि हामी अनाउन्स गर्नेछौँ। र सम्पूर्णलाई हाम्रो प्रोग्राममा पार्टिसिपेट गर्नुभएकोमा धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद। थ्याङ्क यू सो मच अल फर पार्टिसिपेटिङ आवर प्रोग्राम एन्ड थ्याङ्क यू सो भेरी मच अल द जजेस who sat patiently watching, evaluating the presentation and gave your evaluable time to us. And with this, I also want to end my hosting here. Thank you. Forget what you feel. Remember what you deserve. Thank you.
Thank you,
Shrestha, do you
Sami.
want to say something?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you, Sami. Thank you so much. And so, with this, we'd like to request judges to please send their score sheet via email. And यो रेकर्डिङ जसले गराउनु भएको छ रेकर्ड स्टप गरिदिनु होला अनि जजेसहरू चाहिँ लाइक जजेस क्यान डिस्कनेक्ट I just have a quick announcement to make to the participants. I'll just make the announcement and we'll also disconnect. So जजेसहरूले चाहिँ डिस्कनेक्ट
Thank
गर्न
you very
सक्नुहुन्छ।
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Olej.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashesh.
Thank you so much for
Bye-bye.
your time.
Thank
And
you.
Alex,
Thank you
Bye.
so much. All the judges.
Thank you. Thank you, Olej. Bye. Thank you, Shrestha.
Bye.
Recording चाहिँ stop गरिदिनु भयो नि थियो कसले गरिरहनु भएको छ
म गर्दैछु
हजुर हामी एकैछिन चाहिँ 5 मिनट्स बोलिहाल्छु है